Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm David from Before You Play.
And today we are continuing our Uwe Rosenberg series with the next game that follows Agricola called Le Havre.
Yes, this one came out in 2008. It's of course designed by Uwe Rosenberg and published by Lookout Games. The version we have here is technically the complete edition that includes the expansion. We're not going to be playing with any expansion material, but we are going to do the base game and go through the whole thing.
Yes, we are going to be doing the long game because we put out a poll both on YouTube in the community post as well as on our Instagram, asking which version of the game that you'd like us to play.
Yep.
There is both a shortened version, which is basically fewer rounds, and you also start out with more stuff.
Yeah.
And
no special buildings.
Right, no special buildings. There's also the long version of the game, which is 14 rounds, and you start off with basically nothing.
Yes, that's right.
and
in both of those polls, both times it came out like 3-1. People were recommending the long game.
Yes.
So we've tried both experiences, and we are excited to play this.
So here we are. Now this game is very different from Agricola. You know, it came out a year after, but it is no longer the same kind of farming, worker placement style game. This is primarily a card game.
Yes.
In which we are going to be working at a harbor, essentially, trying to build ships. You're constructing buildings, using buildings in order to exchange resources. And whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins.
And so because this is primarily a card game, we will be using that green screen technology probably for the first couple times that you see a card. And then as we get familiar, we'll just kind of move on from there and we'll talk it through, of course. Also, this is a continuation of our Uwe Rosenberg series. So if you've missed any of those other games, we'll leave a little card here where you can check out all the different games that we've covered already. And then you can also check out the games in the future that we will cover. Plus, if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to get started. So if you please direct your attention to the center of the table, we are all set up here for our two-player game of Le Havre. Mm-hmm. Welcome to our harbor.
The port.
Sorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to kind of give you the lay of the land, you know, this is the main harbor where we're going to be moving our ships across this area here. The main board also holds all of the different resources that are going to accumulate as time goes on for us to collect, as well as the 3 different stacks of buildings that we'll be able to construct or purchase. And over here, we have the deck that's going to be our round counter, because in the long game, the game is played over the course of 14 rounds.
For a 2-player game, yes.
Yes. And so the way the game works is each round is consistent of 7 turns. And so that's what these 7 spots here are for. Mm-hmm. Players are going to be alternating taking turns. And so for each round, one player is going to have one more action than the other, but it all evens out by the end of the game.
Yep.
And so on your turn, what you're going to do is you're going to move your boat to the next available space. And so at the start of the game, I'm just going to move my boat to this first spot over here and flip over the tile. Once these are flipped over, they're going to remain face up for the rest of the game.
That's right, yeah.
And then you essentially fill in the resources of whatever is listed on the tile. And so in this case, this is
wood and clay.
Yes, so one wood and one clay.
And one clay there.
Then you take one main action, and your main action is going to be either taking all of the resources from one of these areas here. Mm-hmm. So I can either take like all of the wood or all of the clay, for example, and we only start the game with 1 coal and 5 coins, so you don't really start with a whole lot of stuff. No. There are no resource limitations for what you can hold. Alternatively, instead of taking resources, I can enter a building and do the action of whatever the building says.
Yep.
And so at the very start of the game, the town is going to own 3 different buildings, which are listed up here. And buildings look like this. Now there is a little bit of green on this card, so if things are transparent, that's why. But basically, the basic anatomy of a building is in the middle here. It tells you what the action is for going there. And so for my main action, if I wanted to enter this building and construct a building using it, then I would have to put my token on top of it. And if there are any costs associated with entering the building, as some buildings have, like this one, those costs associated would be at the top right-hand corner. And in this example, this is going to cost me 1 food to be paid to the bank in order to enter this building. And this symbol, by the way, is the universal symbol for food, because we will see it again later. But essentially, this building allows us to build a building. And so that is what these 3 starting buildings are mainly for. Mm-hmm. This is your only way, really, to construct additional buildings for yourself. And so if you notice in the middle over here, we have 3 columns of buildings that are available to construct. You can only build the topmost building in each column. And in order to construct a building, so say I were to go here and I were to construct this bakehouse, I would have to turn in the resources that are listed at the top left-hand corner. And so in this example, this requires me to turn in 2 clay for me to build the bakehouse. At the end of the game, this value in the coins symbol here is going to be how many points that building is going to be worth for you. And in the future, if an opponent goes to use a building that you own, then this cost to enter the building at the top right-hand corner is going to be paid to you. since, or to me, I guess, since I own the building. And so that is essentially how these buildings work. Now, I do want to mention that the only difference between these two buildings right here is that one of them has an entry fee and the other one does not.
That's right. Yep.
And the reason for that is because when I take my main action, I place this token on the building I'm using, and then I don't actually move the token until I decide to enter another building in the future. So I could essentially be blocking this spot for a questionable amount of turns.
She's going to do it. I know it.
I'm going to try. And the only difference between those two and this building is that this building allows you to build up to 2 buildings in one action, but you have to pay an entry fee of 2 food instead. Now, if you don't want to construct a building by taking a main action, you can purchase them. And buildings can be bought at any time on your turn. This does not require an action to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And you essentially just pay whatever the price of the actual building is. There are going to be exceptions to that. There are going to be some buildings that you'll see throughout the game that have a different cost, a cost that is different from the value of the card.
It'll say it directly on the card.
Yes, and it says it directly on the card cost. And we'll just kind of show them to you as we play. But the other thing that you can do on your turn that does not require an action is to sell back your buildings. So if you're ever in a pinch, you can always sell them back to the town, and you'll get money that's equal to half of the value of the card. And so we're going to continue playing like this until all 7 turns have been played, essentially until somebody's boat has reached the end here. And then we're going to reach the end of the round. And so at the end of the round, a couple things happen. We follow what it says on the current card. And so for the first round, the card looks like this. The first thing that happens is if it says harvest at the very top of the card, we're going to have a harvest. And so essentially, if anybody has any amount of grain in their supply, then they gain 1 additional grain. And if you have at least 2 cattle, then you gain 1 cattle. Mm-hmm. Standard Uwe breeding. In addition, we have to feed our people. So does that sound familiar or what? And the amount of food that you have to pay is going to be dependent on player count. And so since we are playing a 2-player game, at the end of the first round, we each have to pay 3 food. And so that is what that symbol is there. Some rounds are going to allow us to flip over some cards. So like this card right here shows what happens at the end of the second round. The town is basically going to purchase the lowest numbered card in the card offering, so that that card becomes now available for us to use during our main actions. And the thing that is different about the long game as compared to the short game is we also have these special buildings. And it's kind of a shame that the special buildings don't exist in the short game because they are very, they make the game a lot more interesting.
Yeah, they do. They change things up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They may look something like this, and we're just going to show you what they look like, as we play the game, because we're only using 6 of them, I believe.
Yeah, the game comes with a stack of them.
Yeah, a whole stack. And so this is an example of one. This says when you enter the building, you can turn in fish for 2 coins up to 7 times.
That's good. Yeah.
So basically there are different ways of exchanging your resources, and usually the special buildings are a lot more powerful than the basic ones. Mm-hmm. That's just an example, and that's obviously one that is not in our current game.
Not in the game.
Which is unfortunate.
Be seeing that one.
Once everybody's paid their food, then the round truly ends, and we actually flip over the top harvest card, and now it becomes a ship that is going to be available for either building or purchasing. So ships come in typically three different flavors. We have wooden, iron, and steel. At the first half of the game, only wooden ships are going to come out, but as we play the game, and there's a little cheat sheet here that tells us when looks like the iron ship is going to come out at the end of the 6th round, and steel won't come out until the 10th round. And so basically what you need ships to do is ships give you a certain amount of food every round in order to feed, because you're going to need that because by the end of the game, you're going to be looking at having to feed 20 food per round.
Yes, every single round, the food cost increases from round to round, and it gets harder and harder, and you're going to feel like you're sinking. But if you get one of these ships, it kind of helps you out.
Yes, and so this is an example of a wooden ship. As you can see here, and the amount of food that it provides you is dependent on player count as well. In a 2-player game, the wooden ship gives you 4 food every round. That's just a base amount of food that you'll always have. But it costs you, see, this is an example of a card that where the cost is different from the value. It costs you $14 if you want to purchase the ship, and it's only going to be worth 2 points at the end of the game, specifically for this card. Or you can build it, right? Mm-hmm. But building ships is a little bit different from constructing regular buildings. If I want to construct this wooden ship, it's going to cost me 5 wood and 3 energy. And so the only way to construct ships is by going to a wharf, which is one of the cards in this offering here. And so, which means either the town or a player has to have constructed the wharf before we can actually construct a ship. That's about it. That's kind of the difficulty in building ships. They require you a lot of resources, and they also require energy. Energy is kind of one of the last things that we didn't go over. You can see energy on a couple of different resources, namely the wood chits and the coal. Any of the chits that kind of look like this, they have a little light bulb at the bottom left-hand corner. Coal has 3 energy and wood has 1 innate energy. If you upgrade either of these two resources, because all of the resources can be upgraded to a different type of material by flipping it over, coal turns into coke, and now it's worth 10 energy, and wood turns into charcoal, and it's worth 3 energy. So in order for you to build buildings that require energy, you have to have these in your supply.
Yep.
And so that's essentially it. There's some rules here and there that we can go over as we play the game, but that is the heart of how the game works.
Yes.
It's going to be all in how we can gain resources and exchange them through the use of these buildings. And so you'll really get a feel for it as you watch the playthrough. So then we're going to just go ahead and get cleaned up, and then we'll get started.
Okay, so we've reset the board. We are ready to go. We just have to figure out who goes first. Who's going to get the 4 turns this round?
I know. I don't know if I really necessarily want them in the beginning. We have 14 rounds.
Okay. Evens and odds?
Sure.
All right, what do you want?
I'll be odds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Evens. All right, so
I
Naveen
get the 4.
is first. And so we are entering the first round, which means at the end of the round, we are going to have a harvest, and we are going to have to pay 3 food. So plan on paying 3 food. The one thing that I did not mention during the teach is you can actually spend money in place of food. So for each food that you can't pay, you can spend a coin. But each coin that you spend is going to be a point that you're losing, because it's whoever has the most money wins.
It's going to happen.
Yes, but you can never do the opposite. You can't turn in food for money.
Makes sense.
One-way street.
Yep.
All right,
first thing to do.
Yeah.
We always move the ship. We are in the first round, we're going to uncover this tile.
Yes.
And what are we loading on? Okay, we are loading on fish and wood. Ooh.
Okay.
So wood's coming in, and so is fish.
This is nice. If you take all the fish, you're covered for the round.
Ooh, wow.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what we have available.
Okay.
First, we have the fishery. And it looks like this is going to cost a wood and a clay.
Yes.
And if you go to this building, it just gets you 3 fish, plus 1 additional fish per one of those symbols. And if anybody constructs this building, then we'll put it under the green screen so you can see it closer.
Yep.
But this gets you fish. The next one is the bakehouse, and that lets you turn grain into bread.
Yes.
So grain on its own does not actually get you any food. But as soon as you flip it over, they're each now worth 2 food.
Once it becomes edible.
Once it turns into bread. So that is another nice way of covering your feeding needs if you don't have any ships, right?
Yep.
And then the third one is the marketplace, which costs 2 wood. And this allows you to take 2 different standard goods, including the hides, which is not a type of good available in the offering here, and coal, which is the one that gives you 3 energy right at the bat. So this is kind of nice.
It is kind of nice. So knowing that it costs 2 wood to build that thing, I think I'm going to just strip all this wood.
So good.
From here.
I like it.
And that's my action. So it's going to be Monique. So now
you technically have 5 money. And even though the town owns these 3 buildings, you can still purchase them. So the building firm costs 4 coins.
Yeah, I unfortunately am going to have to not do that right now because I might have to feed my people with money.
It's not a good idea to do that in the beginning, but just
you're giving me the options. You're giving everybody the option here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to leapfrog me here. We're going to uncover and, okay, more fish.
Fish and clay.
Fish and clay. Looks like it's me handling this. Okay, there we go.
You know what? I could just take the clay and build the bakehouse, but I think that
your intentions.
Food security is
that's pretty nice. That's nice.
So I'm just take all the fish.
If you don't take it, I'm taking it.
So I don't have to worry about Naveen taking it, and I don't have to worry about feeding at the end.
Yeah, in this game, it's very important to not accidentally mess with your chits and start flipping them over because I noticed that you.
Sorry.
Just a lesson to be taught.
Yes, they are different resources. One side is a certain resource, the other side is a different one, so you can't flip them over.
Right.
Okay,
so back to me. Snappy turns here. Okay, we're gonna see what we have here. Ooh, wood and money. So we get 1 franc here and 1. I know. It's coming though. Okay.
All right. So what do you want to do?
Well, I could just go and build this thing. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's just do it now.
Yeah, because if you do it now, then you don't have to worry about paying that food.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go ahead and put out this token here. I'm gonna build 1 building, and the 1 building I'm gonna build is that marketplace.
All right, so this is the first building we're building here, and it's gonna go to Naveen. It costs 2 wood, which is at the top left-hand corner, and this allows you to take 2 different standard goods, including hides and coal, plus 1 additional different good per that symbol on the cards that you own. So this does not have that symbol on it, but over the course of the game, if Naveen gets more, then this will make this more lucrative for him.
Yeah,
or me, I guess.
The plan is to, yeah, exactly.
In addition, he can look at the top 2 special buildings and return them in any order. And so if I were to use this building, I would have to pay either 2 food or 1 coin. So to Naveen.
To me.
So that's a nice one to have. I'm jealous.
I do have to spend the 2 wood in order to do this, because that's how that game works.
Very good.
And I am not going to be spending my money.
Oh, you're not going to buy anything?
No,
okay.
I'm not buying anything.
All right then, so it's back to me.
Back to you.
Let's go and flip this over. We have a clay and wood.
Okay.
What do I take the wood?
Wow.
What did you, so Naveen uncovered the wharf. And
the wharf is nice.
Yeah, the wharf is nice because this is the way to build ships.
Yes.
And anytime anybody's going to build a ship, it's going to cost...
They have to go to the wharf to build the ship.
I don't have anything.
You're not working it.
I'm going to take all of the clay.
Sure.
Because everything needs clay.
Yeah, clay's good.
Yeah. So that's me. Goes back to you.
Let's keep it moving.
And so we have a wood and a cattle.
A wood and a cattle.
Finally, I'm doing some work.
There we go. Wood and cattle. Wow, do I just hoard the wood again?
Don't hoard the wood.
I'm going to take the wood.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That stinks.
I'm going to take the wood.
Ugh, okay. Well, it goes back to me. And we have a fish and a grain.
Fish and grain, okay.
So there's that. Oh, should I take the grain? This is my last turn for the round. Ugh, how annoying. I guess I'm not really in any rush. I could build this, but I'm not really in any rush to. I don't want to have to go here to build it because it's going to cost me a food.
Yeah. So I think we mentioned it earlier. Grain creates more grain during the harvest, so that's an option.
Yes.
If you have 2 cattle, you'll birth another cattle. No matter how many cattle you have, it'll only birth 1 extra. Very standard Uwe Rosenberg breeding.
So
rules.
This might be not the greatest move, but I'm going to take the grain.
Yeah.
It'll at least multiply.
Especially if you think you're going to make the bakehouse, then you get the grain working towards the bakehouse. Yeah,
exactly. There's no reason for me to make the bakehouse right now.
Sure.
So it's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this over for you. It is an iron and a coin.
Ooh.
So there's the iron. And a coin, please.
And a coin. Oh, look at all this money.
What would you like to do before the end of the round?
Well, I thought I was going to go to my marketplace, but that money I can just use to then pay off some stuff. You know what? I'm going to be slightly disciplined here. I think I'm going to go to my marketplace right now. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to take 1. So I can take 2 different standard goods. So I'm going to take 1 fish, which is going to be needed for feeding.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take 1 clay since I have no clay.
Nice.
There we go.
Now you can build the fishery. So you can also look at the top 2 of the special
buildings. Yes. This is something I always forget whenever I play this game.
Yes. He gets to return them in any order because that is going to determine, obviously which special building we get first.
Okay.
And that we can use sooner in the game.
Yes. Okay. I'm just going to do it this way.
Did you like them?
No.
Are they good?
I don't know. There's so many cards that some of them I don't even know about.
I'm jealous. But... You got to see. Okay. So that's that.
That's it.
So now we're going to go into the end of the round stuff. First we have our harvest. Because I have a grain, I'm going to gain another one.
Grain begets grain.
Grain begets grain somehow.
Okay.
And nobody has cattle.
Nope.
So now we must each pay 3 food. Okay. So I'm going to just turn in the 3 fish.
Sure. Okay. There you go. Okay, I'm turning in 1 fish and 2 coins, so I'm gonna get 3 in change.
You spent points.
You know what? I'm trying to build infrastructure here. It takes money to make money.
True.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
There's
so now we have a ship
happens.
Available.
Yes.
Cannot be built yet because the wharf has not been built yet.
Correct. And I have a feeling that Naveen is going to try to build the wharf, which would be very bad for me. Okay. So we're entering the second round. And this is what's going to happen. We're going to have a harvest, and in a 2-player game, we have to spend 4 food. But the bank, or the town, I guess it is going to also acquire the lowest numbered cards. At the top right-hand corner, there's like an actual number to the cards. And right now, the lowest numbered card is the fishery. So if nobody purchases or builds the fishery this round, then the town is going to own it.
Yep.
And the only difference is now we won't be able to build it anymore. But we can
still
buy it. We can still use it.
Right.
We're 1/14 of the way.
Yeah, that's right.
And so starting with me.
Sure.
Let me go right there.
Be you. All right. So we know what now is going to be filled in for the rest of the game. So
the order of these,
Yeah, 1 fish, 1 wood.
It is kind of strange that they all go face down for the first round.
I don't think so. I think it's kind of interesting that it's that way. I guess
it's fine because then that way you can't plan.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't just mouth out and be like, well, I'm going third, so no matter what.
Right. Touche.
Cattle's going to be there.
Yeah. You know what? I need some points in the game, so I'm going to go ahead and go here and build the bakehouse.
The bakehouse, yeah.
So this is going to cost me 2 clay. And if anybody wants to, or if Naveen wants to use it, he's going to have to pay me 1 food. But this essentially lets me turn in grain into bread. Flip it over, and now each bread is worth 2 food. And it also gives me money equal to whatever half the number of my bread is.
Yes.
But I also have to pay energy, which I'm not that thrilled about. And it's half an energy per grain.
Yes, and so costs are unfavorable. So you round up costs, and benefits you round down, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. I paid my 2 clay, and that's the end of my turn.
You paid your dues.
I did.
Okay.
So now it goes to you.
Okay, so now we're going to put a clay and a fish. And, ooh. Okay, the way I see it right now is I could take the fish, or I could take the money. Money is really, I can turn in 4 for the food, and 3 I'd be 1 short here. So I might not want to take the fish right now. I might as well take the money. So I'm going to take the francs. Yeah.
You're taking the money?
Let's take the money. Take the cash.
That made...
It's only going to build up for the next one. Another franc is going to go here to make it 5, so...
You don't want me to have 5.
I mean, 5 is nice.
Yeah. Okay, so back to me. So, and 1 wood, 1 coin.
Okay.
I was really hoping that you were going to exit the marketplace.
Soon.
Seeing as you did not do that.
Well, you went into the place I want to go, so...
Okay, well, seeing as this is as good as it's going to get, because there's only really 1 more fish that's going to be added, I'm going to take the fish.
Very good.
Yeah, we need a way to feed early game. That's the stress.
We do, yeah.
Okay, so 1 wood, 1 clay.
Ooh, okay. Man, this is getting interesting here because I see that next one, a cattle's going to come here, and I don't like the idea of 2 cattle being available.
You take the 1 cattle?
Yeah, because if I don't, then you take the 2 cattle.
Right. That means you're not going to exit the marketplace. Oh my gosh.
All right, fine. I might exit the marketplace.
No, you should do what is best for you.
All right, I'll exit the marketplace. I'm going to go build 1 building. I'm going to go here. And because I went to that one and not this one, I have to pay 1 food.
Yep.
There's a crock pot there. So I will pay 1 coin since I don't have food.
Okay.
And I'm going to build the fishery. The fishery is 1 wood and 1 clay. And it essentially...
This is what the fishery looks like.
Yep.
And this is essentially lets you take 3 fish, plus an additional fish per any of those symbols, the fishing symbol.
So for me, having this card, the card itself has the symbol.
Yeah.
So when I go here, it's 4 fish.
Yes.
If you were to go here, you don't have
3.
a fishing symbol, it's 3.
Right. This also gives you that symbol, by the way.
Which is helpful
gives
with
you,
my marketplace.
Yeah, additional card there. Good job. Or different good.
So that's me. And then now we're going to move you here. So now we do have that wood cattle dilemma here.
Yeah. So maybe I'll take the 2
Are
cattle.
you going to do it?
But now I didn't build anything.
No.
What we have exposed now is the charcoal kiln that
Yes.
lets you turn wood into charcoal.
Converting,
increasing the value of the energy. I also want to mention that any of the upgraded resources can still be used in place of the
predecessor.
Yeah, the predecessor.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm going to take the cattle. Get the cattle breeding going. So if I can establish a cattle engine, I guess, in the second round.
It's valuable.
I don't know. We'll see. So that's it. So that goes to you, and it's going to be a grain and a fish.
Yeah, so grain and fish.
Yep.
Okay, fish is not looking good there, but my fishery is looking good. So I think I'm going to bring myself over here just so I can feed my family. And it's going to be 3 plus 1 for having this symbol, so 4 total fish.
Nice.
Comes to me.
Wow, that's everything we're going to have.
Exactly what it costs, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, this is now the building. The charcoal kiln is going to be purchased by the town.
Oh, that's nice, because I don't think I want to...
Yeah, I don't want to build it either.
Yeah, I don't want to build it. You can build it down.
Technically can. All right, so that goes to me. And it's going to be an iron and a coin.
I mean, yeah, it is.
A coin, please?
A coin, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is 8 points for 1 clay. That's pretty good.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I paid 2
actually
clay for mine.
Not bad.
You know what? I'm not going to build a charcoal kiln. I'm going to go to the marketplace.
Sure.
And
so you can pay me 2 food or a coin?
I'm going to pay you a coin. So can you have 4 coins back,
4
please?
coins back. Pleasure
Thank
doing
you.
business. Okay, so you're going to be able to get 3 of these cards.
Yes. Or three different resources.
3 different resources.
3 different goods.
Yeah.
So I will take, I'm going to do a wood and an iron.
Wood and
wood,
iron.
please.
Yeah.
So wood and iron. I get 1 more because of this symbol here. I'm going to take a cattle.
Okay.
Actually, so I'm going to do these 3. So 1 wood, iron, and cattle.
Lots of resources.
That's it. That is. Oh, and I get to look at the top 2 special buildings.
That's right. You can undo what I did, or
you
can...
did.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well then.
All right. I have undone what Naveen did.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. We're gonna go into our harvest now, and so let's do our harvest phase. I get 1 grain because I have 2, and I gain a cattle now.
Very good.
Even though I have 3 of them, I still only gain 1.
Yep.
And then now, because it's a 2-player game, we have to pay 4 food. So I'm gonna turn in all of my fish.
Here's all my fish. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's that. And the town is going to purchase the lowest number.
The charcoal kiln.
Charcoal kiln.
Yep.
So if you're curious as to what it looks like, this is what it looks like. It just allows you to turn wood into charcoal, and there is no set number of times you can do this. So you can just
flip over your tokens.
Flip over as many as you want. And if we want to buy it, it's 8 coins.
And the reason you would do that is because, as you'll see later in the game, energy is going to be important to do other things.
Yes, that's right. And so this has uncovered the smokehouse, which lets you turn in fish 6 times to its opposite side to the smoked fish, which is worth, I think it's 2 food instead of 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in order to do this, you have to spend 1 energy total.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and flip this over. So we have an additional wooden ship to build. And now that we're in the 3rd round, it's going to require us to spend 5 food. But we get that's a special building, joins the town.
Yeah.
So, Naveen, you're first.
All right, I'm first.
There you
so
go, 1 wood and 1 fish.
1 wood. Let's do it. Okay. We got some good stuff here.
Wow, that's a lot of wood.
You know, I think I'm going to take this iron.
Oh, okay.
I like looking at this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a mine.
Don't take the wharf. Well, then it goes to me.
Yep.
I need a clay and a fish.
Fish.
And I'm definitely going to build a building.
Okay.
So I'm going up here to the free one.
Okay.
And I'm going to build this abattoir. I don't know how to pronounce it. Abattoir. And it costs 1 wood, a clay, and an iron.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Okay, perfect.
And then this is the card that I purchased.
Nice.
It's valued 8. If Naveen wants to use it, it's 2 coins. But what it allows you to do is it turns a cattle into the opposite side, which is meat. And so that just turns a cattle from no food to 3 food to be able to pay. And you also get half the number of hides. And so hides, as you'll see later, is going to be a valuable good to sell.
Yep.
So,
Definitely.
All right, back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to move forward here. Wow, look at all this wood that is collected.
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah, I know.
A wood and a coin.
Wood and a coin. Wow, 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Okay, I think I'm going to go to my marketplace. So I'm going to take a clay,
Okay.
a fish, because I know we have to feed our people.
Uh-huh.
I'll take a cattle.
A cattle?
Let's do a cattle.
There you go.
I want to get into your game over there with the cattle.
Yes, we do have this in play now.
Yeah.
Okay, are you finished?
That's it. Yep.
All right, so my turn. I'm going to go ahead and move here. So 1 wood and 1 clay. And I think I'm just going to take the wood.
Yeah. Here, I'll just hand it to you now.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
This is so much wood.
So much wood.
All right, that was 7 wood. So now it's back to you.
Okay, so we're going to shift here.
Yep.
Wood and
cattle.
Cattle. So now that's why I took that cattle. I'm thinking
You going to take another one?
I might have to. Yeah, so let's do it. I'll take the cattle.
Wow.
Just 1 cattle.
Real simple, real easy.
Yes.
So grain and a fish.
Fish. Oh, look at this fish piling up.
Look at that grain piling up.
Yeah.
We have to feed 5.
5.
This is my last action.
Yeah.
I don't have any food. I think I have to take the fish.
Fish is nice.
You know, I don't have any food really. I'm just gonna take the fish.
Yeah.
So there's 4 fish in here.
Fish early on.
Yeah.
Is definitely something.
We need to build that wharf.
Yeah.
So that's me. Goes to you for your final turn for the
All right.
round. It's an iron and a coin.
Coin and iron, huh? I might have to go to my fishery.
It's a good spot.
It's 4. I have it gets me the 5 that I need to feed. I'd have my cattle breed. So yeah, we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna move over there, get my 4 fish.
Okay.
And that is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, that is the end of the round. So we are going to go into our harvest. I get 1 grain and 1 cattle. Oh no!
I'll take one of those buildings.
There, I get 1 cattle.
Sure.
Sorry. All right, and then we each have to pay 5 food. So I'm going to turn it. I have
all my fish.
4 fish and 1 coin.
Okay.
So
There you go. I'll take
that.
that.
There's my coin.
Cool.
That was sad. I didn't want to have to give in a coin, but alas, I didn't
Alas.
plan properly.
Sure.
And now we get to reveal the top special building. So this is the card that Naveen and I were kind of passing back and forth, but I ended up putting this one on top, the patisserie. And in order for you to purchase it, it costs 6 coins, but it allows you to turn in a pair of 1 grain and 1 bread up to 3 times for 5 coins each. So this is one of those, lucrative money-making buildings that we're kind of referring to in the special building stack.
Yep.
So that's a nice one.
That is the one I tucked under earlier, if anybody's curious.
It has an entry fee of 1 food, by the way.
Food. Okay.
So that's that. We are now entering the 4th round. So this is another wooden ship that's just a little bit more valuable, by the way. And now that we know kind of the anatomy of these cards, we're not going to put it under the green screen anymore.
Keep moving, yeah.
Yes, but at the end of this round, we each have to pay 7 food.
It's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
I don't want to do that.
So I'm going to go first for 1
Fish.
wood and 1 fish.
And wood.
To start the round. Oh my gosh, what do
Where
we do?
are you going to go?
I think I'm going to take all the clay because all I have is wood here. And I do have some food making prospects, but nothing is making me food yet.
Nothing.
So just the clay for now. Oops.
Done?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to move in. We get a fish and a clay. And, you took all the clay. That was something I wanted. I was eyeing that. I might have to go to my marketplace.
Ah, that is such a good card. Every time you use it, I go.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the marketplace. So I will go here. I will get 3 different goods because I have this building here. I definitely need that clay that we talked about. I think I'll have to take a fish because we have to feed 7. Actually, you know, I'm not going to take the fish. I'm going to take a cattle instead to represent that. So I took 1 clay, 1 cattle.
You get 1 more.
I think I'm going to take wood.
Oh, okay.
I'll take some wood, yeah.
And would you like to look at the top 2 special buildings?
I would.
Now that there's a new one below the other one.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put this one on top and the other one on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to see what that is.
Interesting one.
All right, are you done?
I think that was everything, yes.
Okay, so 1 wood and 1 coin. Okay. Please.
Coin and wood.
What do we do here? Let's see, how much cattle do I have? I definitely need to leave 2 behind. I have 3. Oh no. I hate the odd number because of this whole half hides thing. How much grain? Odd number of... Okay, next round is going to be a better round for that.
Is it an odd number? No, there's a grain to your right.
Yeah, but you always want to leave 1 grain behind for harvesting.
Yes.
I don't want to be completely empty of harvest, or else that potentially 13 grain turned into just like 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your fishery.
Okay.
And I'll get 3 fish.
3 fish.
Yeah.
Which is needed.
Yeah.
To feed.
Thank you.
All right.
That's me.
Okay, so I'll move ahead and we're going to load up some clay and wood. All right. And now that you've moved off, this is good for everybody involved in this game. Yeah, you're blocking that spot. So I'm going to go ahead and build this wharf finally. So we're going to go here. It's not going to cost me anything to do so.
Right.
And I'm going to build 1 building. And the building I'm going to build is that wharf.
Okay. So this is a wharf. This is a very important building because now it's going to open up the building of ships. So it's going to cost Naveen 2 wood, 2 clay, and 2 iron, if you'd like to pay that. It's going to give him 14 coins in value. And this is going to allow somebody to build a ship. And you still have to pay the cost of the ship. This spot here, by the way, the reason why there is this square here is because the first time a player builds a non-wooden ship, they must first modernize the wharf by placing a brick on there, which is harder than you think to do.
We'll do that later. Yeah, that'll happen at some other point.
We're not going to worry about that for a long time.
Yes.
So that's that.
Yeah, that was that. I am not going to be buying any buildings.
Okay, perfect timing because I would like to build a ship.
Sure.
So 1 wood, please. And this is 1 cattle. And now that Naveen has built the wharf, I'm going to go... Oh.
2, Maya.
I'm over here.
Yep.
I'm going to visit the wharf. I have to pay Naveen 2 food.
I'll take it.
So
I need
here's
food.
your 2 food.
Cost 7 this round.
There you go. And I'm going to build a wooden ship. So this is the 5 wood and 3 energy. So I have to turn in my coal as energy.
Not to me, to the bank.
To the bank.
Yeah.
And then 5 wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go.
Cool. So now you have a 4 discount permanently on all feedings.
This is always has 4 food. And then later on, there's going to be a shipping line card that'll be available. And that'll allow you to sell resources. And your ships are the only way for you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So that's it.
It's olden times.
That's right.
All right. So
back to you.
Oh, look at all this grain.
So grain and
a fish.
A fish.
Oh,
what would you like to do?
All right. I think I'm just going to take these 5 coins here. I can use them for food. So
that's true.
I'll just take them off the board.
Coins are always nice.
Yeah.
All right. Last turn is iron and coin. I'm thinking, even though I have 4 here, I still need to make up 3, and I only have 1 fish. Maybe I should take the rest of the fish.
Here's your fish.
Okay, I'm going to take the fish. So this way I can feed and I don't have to worry. All right, that is it. That is the end of the round. Let's harvest first. So I get a grain and a cattle. And You two get a cattle.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
And now we must feed for 7. So my wooden ship has 4 innately. So I just turn in these 3 fish
All right.
to make up the rest.
I don't have a ship, so here's 2 plus 5.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That's it.
Better start turning
There
in those
goes
cattle.
5 points.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this over. And this is another wooden ship. Oh, that's going to be a 4 value as well.
Yep.
So if you decide to build that, you can. So we are entering the 5th round. It's going to cost us 9 food at the end of the round.
Yes.
And the town is going to acquire the lowest valued card here, which looks like it's the smokehouse
yeah.
still. And that's it. So let's go ahead and start the next round, starting with you. How are you feeling, by the way?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm in that like drowning mode right now, so
We just finished the 4th round, which means we're about 2/7 of the way
a
through.
little over a quarter of the way through.
We have quite some game left.
Yes.
So then it goes to you.
To me. All right. I'm just gonna take all the wood.
Nice.
Give me all this wood.
That is not bad.
I would appreciate this. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So we need a fish. I'm just gonna do this. Fish and a clay.
I gotcha.
So I do have resources here. I don't like that you're sitting on that building farm so that it's not free to build. So then I have no choice but to go to this building firm. I have now left your wharf. I'm no longer holding it hostage.
I thought you were gonna camp on it, man. Yeah.
I want to.
Camping on the wharf when you build it is brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to pay the food for visiting that building, and I'm going to build. Oh, should I just spend 2 food to build 2 buildings?
You can. Yep.
The thing is, you can see ahead of time what the next building is going to cost.
Sure.
I don't have enough resources for that. Yep, I can only build 1. And so I'm going to go ahead and build the colliery over here.
Okay.
It's going to cost me 1 wood and 3 clay. It's going to be worth 10 value. It has an entry fee of 2 food. But what it lets you do is it gains you 3 coal.
It's really
And
nice.
if you have a worker, so a construction symbol anywhere in your town, then you also gain 1 additional coal. And coal is really nice because it's hard to get it. There's no actual offering spot on the board. It doesn't replenish from round to round.
Mm-mm.
And it gives you 3 energy per coal. So it's kind of nice. So here's 1 wood and 3 clay. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Just like that. And that is me.
Cool.
So now it goes back to you.
Okay, so we're gonna go here. Wood replaces as well as coin, and I am ASAP gonna go.
Wait, by the way,
Mm-mm.
we just unveiled the shipping line.
Oh yeah.
So this is the 1 card that allows you to sell any of your, resources that you have on hand. And there's a little chart here that tells you how much you can sell it for. You have to pay 3 energy per loaded ship. And so, for example, my wooded ship says I can sell 2 goods using this if I have this ship.
That's right.
If I
Yeah.
have more than 1 of these, then it increases the number of goods I can sell per action. But that's a nice one.
That is nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna visit your
No, get off.
over here.
Well, you have to pay me 2 coins.
I will pay you 2 coins.
I wanted to go there.
And then I'm gonna convert cattle into not leather, but meat and hide. So
Okay.
I'm gonna turn in 4 of them. So 4 are gonna all flip over to meat,
Nice.
and then I get 2
2
hides.
So not leather, because one side is leather.
Yeah, that's the souped
And
up version of it.
Leather is very lucrative to sell. It gets you 4 francs per
Yep.
leather.
And that is it.
Oh,
So now you're gonna go here. We have wood and clay.
gosh.
We are getting clay stacking up now.
I don't like that at all. At all, at all. I'm going to take all the clay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take this entire thing because that's nice.
Might as well.
Yeah, that's me. So now it goes to you for wood and a cattle.
Wood and cattle. Okay. Okay.
I would like for you to leave.
I know you
You're
are.
no longer welcome here, Naveed.
How much wood do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 wood. I'm gonna take all the wood.
You're taking more wood? You're just
More wood.
You're such a wood hogger.
Hogger of wood.
Ugh, I hate that you're hoarding the wood and you won't leave my building.
I'm leaving soon.
Naveen,
I'm leaving soon.
how am I gonna feed? We need 9 food, and
So you
I
have
have
4.
I need to make up for 5. I need to make up 5 food. Well, it goes back to me, and this is gonna go here. I get a fish and a grain.
Loads up the fish and grain. Yep.
Well, is it time? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take the fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take these.
3 fish.
Yeah, 3 fish, and that'll at least help some of the feeding load.
Okay.
So that's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
And for you, for your final turn, you get
Coin.
1 iron and a coin.
Okay, I definitely need to build this ship. because that's going to be needed. So I'm going to go to my wharf.
Oh, finally. Oh my gosh.
And then, so I'm going to build the wooden ship, which costs, how much? 5 wood?
5 wood
Yep.
and the 3 energy.
So here's 5 wood, and then my 1 coal that I started the game with, that's going to go there.
There you go.
And now I have a wooden ship. I'll just toss my ships down here.
Oh, okay.
My ship.
So now you have a 4 base of food as well.
Yes.
Great. So you done with your turn?
That's it, yeah.
All right, so let's go into our harvest. I get a grain and a cattle.
I do not get a cattle because
No?
I
You only have 1.
I offed one. I offed 1 too many.
Oh, okay. So now we must pay 9. I
9.
have 4 here, and this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to pay two coins.
2 coins.
It's unfortunate.
Okay,
That's me.
so mine is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to overpay a little,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
there's no change in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So, but you did it with
It
your
is
meat.
what it is, yeah.
So now we're going to, the town is going to take the lowest numbered card,
Smokehouse.
which is the smokehouse. This is what the smokehouse looks like. This basically allows us to turn our fish into smoked fish up to a maximum of 6 times, and it also gets us some money.
Mhm.
And the smoked fish is just, instead of 1 food per chit, it's 2 food
Right.
each. But this does have an entry fee, which we have to mind.
Kind of expensive, that entry fee.
Yeah, either 2 food or a coin. Nobody wants to pay that.
Yeah.
Or I can bake my grain.
I do notice that later in the game, fish kind of stacks up here sometimes.
Yeah,
Depending
it's
on how the
true.
game plays, and then it could maybe be very lucrative. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
that's interesting. The later on you get into the game, the more we ignore the offerings and things just start to stack. You're
Yes.
like, why is nobody taking all the
'cause
francs?
You're building an economy, so
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this over.
Okay.
And this is another wooden ship. This time it's a value of 6,
6.
by the way. And we're entering the 6th round.
Mhm.
We have to feed 11.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's too much.
And we're going to get a special building. So starting with me,
Yep.
let's put
So
out a wood
fish
and a fish.
wood. Okay. Oops, sorry.
Okay, is it time? Is it time to go here
Just get it done.
and turn all my cattle? Well, I guess there's no real risk because Naveen is definitely not going there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's an it's an odd number again.
Well, it's at least food though. Like you might not get the hide for it.
Right.
Beneficial thing. Look at all that grain.
I know.
That grain is what you were talking about.
I was thinking about
You
it.
get 4 turns this round, so
Yeah, the grain is too good, and
Yeah.
it's not going to refill until over here
not
anyway.
for a while. Yeah.
So I will take the
Yeah.
grain.
Yeah.
And
The special building is really nice too for grain. So
yes.
Yeah.
The big house. Oh, that one over there.
That one over there.
That
yeah.
one's really nice.
Yeah.
So your turn for
Okay,
fish
so
and clay.
Fish and clay.
What would you like to do?
I think I might go to my marketplace over here. Let me just make sure that that's the right thing to do. Okay, I think I will go to my marketplace. So I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
So I definitely want cattle because I don't want this lonely cattle anymore. Can I
Okay.
have one? I'll
Yep.
take it. Yeah.
So 1 cattle.
One
What
cattle.
else? Oh, sorry.
No problem. I'll take 1 clay and 1 iron.
1 clay, 1 iron. There you go.
I'm sorry. I'll take a clay and a coal.
Oh, okay.
Actually. Yeah.
I also have my
Sorry.
colliery here.
You
in case
do.
you'd like.
It's a little expensive.
Get you 3 of them though in one
Does.
go. It's nice.
It's
All right.
I can look at these 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to see if they're the same ones.
I think they're the exact
They
same
are the same ones. Yep.
But now knowing that the special building's coming out now,
Yeah.
does it change your
Yeah.
mind?
We'll just leave it like that.
Okay,
That was me. Yeah, so I took a clay, a cattle, and a coal. Yes.
perfect. All right, so 1 wood and 1 coin, please.
Coin and wood. Coins are stacking up.
I think it is. Is it time to bake my grain? Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3 actions total.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go to this card over here first. You know, I waited so long for Naveen to leave, so
Nice.
might as well take advantage of it now. I'm gonna leave behind 2 cattle because I would like them to continue to breed.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they all flip up.
They all flip over to their meat side,
Nice.
and then I get 2 hides.
2 hide, yeah.
Because it's rounded down.
Yeah, unfavorable
Right.
for benefits and unfavorable for cost. Yeah.
So there's that. So we have to be able to pay 11. I
Yes.
have 4. I have to make up 7. Ugh, that's rough.
So it's just 2 of those in a coin.
Yeah. I don't know. I need
Well,
a
it depends
little
if you break your bread.
I need to get another ship. Naveen needs to stop hogging the wood.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When is the iron gonna come out? Oh, the iron. Oh, this is an iron ship.
Yeah. The iron ships cost iron.
All right, that's me.
That's you. Yep.
So now it is your turn. So 1 wood and 1 clay.
Okay, so 1 clay and 1 wood. I think I'll take down the cattle. I'll take them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow, you are in the cattle.
Cattle
cattle
rancher. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have wood and a cattle. Oh, too bad he didn't wait one more turn.
Well, I couldn't because
With the additional cattle there.
you might have taken it.
It's true.
Yeah, it's very true.
Seeing as we're going to get an iron ship, I'm just going to take the iron now.
Sure.
And even though I could have waited also.
I wanted it, but yeah, can't do it all.
That's that.
Nice.
All right, so one fish and a grain.
Okay.
The thing though is if I build that iron ship, I have to modernize your wharf. And right now
Yes.
there is no way of making brick. Somebody has to either build the brickworks or the town has to build it. So
That's right. Okay, so since I have all the things needed, I'm going to build another ship. I'm going to build that wooden ship over there. So we're going to go here. It's going to cost that same 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one change here. So 5 wood.
And 3 energy.
3 energy in this form of coal right here.
How
and now
nice.
I have a second wooden ship. So now I have a total of 8 food in the bank from round to round.
That is so nice.
I got something going here.
You also have 5 buildings.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, your wharf is 14 points.
Yeah.
Naveen,
I'm trying.
you're doing it.
I'm working hard.
You're doing it.
You have a lot of resources though, and you're gonna do
What
something.
am I doing with the resources?
This card here, you're gonna do something very nice with it. I know you.
All right.
I
Let's
see you.
go to this final turn here. So
Yeah.
1 iron and 1 coin.
Look at all these coins though, Monique.
I know.
It is something.
Is that a bad move to not take the coins?
5 points / 5 food, technically.
I mean, I think I have to take the coins, right?
It's pretty
That's a
nice.
lot of. Okay. I feel like my hand was pushed here. 3, 4, 5.
Picking up the crumbs.
I wonder if I should buy this.
The clay mound.
Yeah.
You can. It's a free action.
It's 2 coins, and I feel like it could be useful just to get 3
yeah,
clay.
and you would expose the ironworks, which is important.
Let's do it. I'm just gonna buy. I'm gonna pay 2 coins. This might be not the best move, but I'm gonna take it.
It's something.
And yeah,
You're
and
working.
this is a clay mound. It just gets you 3 clay for going here, but if Naveen wants to visit it, it's gonna cost him 1 food. And if there's additional construction symbols in your buildings, you also get additional clay.
So far, nobody has one, but the ironworks actually has one now. So we have something showing.
Yes, we have exposed the ironworks, which lets you take 3 iron. So there's basically 1 of each type of these basic buildings for the different resources.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. Except for cattle. I don't think there's one for like cattle or grain.
I don't think so, no.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so we have reached the end of the round, and let's go ahead and harvest. I'm going to take a grain and a cattle.
Get 1 cattle, please.
And yes, there you go. There's your 1 cattle. And now we must feed 11. Hold on.
11, yeah.
I have 4. I have to make it up with 7. So here's 3, 6, because the meat is each worth 3, and then I'm going to pay a coin.
Yep.
Gosh, this is expensive.
Very good. So I have I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 right here.
Nice. That was so much easier for you to feed.
It feels good. But
Okay.
it's going to get even more expensive.
I
The next
know.
round, I think, is 13.
I'm
So,
worried.
Yeah, we're working.
Well, this is going to flip over the topmost special building
Yeah,
now.
this is the one I was being...
Oh.
I thought it was hilarious.
What is this? This is a football stadium. And so this says the football stadium is not built immediately when this card is turned over. Oh, that's actually
Yeah,
different.
that's why I was like, okay.
It can only be built once one of the building proposal spaces is empty. Oh.
Yeah. So one of these has to completely run up dry before you can actually build it.
So then I'm going to just place it here.
Sure. Yeah, or
So-
we can place it sideways also, something like that, maybe.
Okay. And so there is a cost to build.
1 wood, 2 clay, and 2 iron.
And this is 2 brick. It's 1 wood,
sorry,
2
2
brick,
brick,
and 2
yes.
iron. And what does it do? It
It's a
just gets
football.
you
It's
points?
24 points at the end of the game.
Oh,
It's
24
just-
points.
So if you have resources, build it.
Yeah.
You know, that's quite a bit of points.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
All right. So that's that. Now we have our first iron ship.
ships.
So this is what the iron ships look like. They cost 4 iron and the same 3 energy. And it just gets you a little bit more amount of food per round. So this is 5 food instead of 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it also lets you sell an additional good. It's 1 more than the wooden ships.
And it's worth 4 points, that one is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think your wooden ship is worth 6, right?
6, yeah, but
So it's not
as
as
more
good.
iron ships come out, they're going to become more valuable because they are later.
Right. So now we are in the 7th round, and at the end of this round, we'll be halfway through.
Yeah, that's right.
We now have to pay 13 food. Ah!
It's stacking. It's coming.
Oh my gosh. This is tough. Okay,
It is
so
tough.
you are first. There you go.
Okay.
Wood and fish. By the way, during the teach, I totally skipped over this entire concept of loans. And that's because we don't end up really taking loans.
Our goal is to never take a loan in this
Yeah.
game.
But basically, what loans are is if you cannot pay your food, you have the option of selling your buildings back in
Yeah.
order to be able to pay them. But if you really can't, then you have to take out a loan. And every
Yeah.
time the boat lands on the chit here that says interest on it, you have to pay interest. The amount of interest money, I don't actually recall off the top of my head.
You know, I didn't even set up the game with loans on the table, so please don't make me have to go get loans. I have to get up and go to the other room.
It exists.
It exists.
This loan system exists.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So your turn.
Me. Okay, I'm gonna move over to my marketplace.
No.
What?
I'm always one turn behind you, Naveen.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick up an iron for sure.
Okay.
Can I have an
Yes.
iron?
There you go.
Thank you. And then what else?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So I get 3 things total. So iron. I'll take 1 wood
Okay.
and 1 coal.
Nice.
All right.
Getting your energy going.
Trying to avoid visiting your colliery because it costs 2 food, and
It's a
I have
nice
this
spot.
3 food meat. I don't want to overpay for
No.
anything, and I don't want to pay coins. Those points.
All right. So that's that.
All right, that's
So it
it.
goes to me. So 1 clay and 1 fish, please.
Yes.
And I think before anything else happens, even though I only have, what is it, 3 actions this round, I'm
Yeah.
going to take the wood. Because Naveen has a tendency to
I've
hoard
been having a tendency to
the
do
wood.
that. Yeah, totally.
I'm taking it. All right.
All right.
So now back to you for 1 wood and 1 coin.
Coin. Wood. Well, I think I could build that brickworks, if I'm not mistaken. Because it costs 2 wood, 1 clay, and 1 iron.
Yeah,
So I'm going to do it.
that's nice.
So I'm going to go over, because we need bricks coming into the next phases. So
Right.
I will go here.
Okay.
I'm going to build with all those things I said. So 2 wood, 1 clay, and 1 iron,
Uh-huh.
which goes there. And now we have this brickworks.
So the brickworks is nice because it's going to give Naveen 14 value, 14 points essentially. But lets you turn clay into brick. And it also costs half an energy for every clay that you do, and it gets you money. But brick is going to be useful for basically the rest of the buildings. Every
Yeah.
single building that you can construct from here on out requires brick
Brick.
and not clay. We also have to modernize the wharf. If whoever builds the first iron ship has to modernize it by
Yeah.
placing a brick on there.
I see you have all that iron. I figured you'd want to come and visit my brickwork.
I do, but I do need the energy first
Yes,
because I don't have that.
that's right.
So very good.
That's it. So
I'm glad you built it.
Yeah. So now we have more clay
And a wood.
and a wood.
And I'm going to go to my colliery because I need coal. So unfortunately I don't have that symbol, so I just get 3.
3 of them. I think this is 3. Yep.
Yes, 3 coal. Now it goes back to you real quick.
Snappy.
Yeah, so it goes to you for a wood and a cattle.
Ooh, wood and cattle.
There you go. So 1 wood, please.
Interesting. How many turns do I have? 2? I have 2 turns here.
Yeah, two actions. This one and then the next one.
So you already placed a cattle?
I did, yeah. You wanted more cattle than that?
Cattle?
You're like, 2 is good, but 3 is better.
3's looking smooth. The right thing is to I have the marketplace. I need to remember I can always get a cattle in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too worth it to go. So let's come back to the marketplace. So I will take a cattle.
Okay. I love that marketplace.
And then I have 2 more things to get. I'll take a clay and a coal.
A clay and a coal.
Clay and a coal.
Do you still want to look at the special buildings? Or are you done with that?
And I'll look at it. Actually, I'm not going to take the clay. I will take and I'll take an iron. That's the last one I want to take.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you're still going to look at the special buildings?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Definitely want to see this.
Is this your first time seeing it? These two?
No, well, one of them I know because it's the one I put in the bottom.
Okay.
Oh.
What? I don't get to know.
Oh, okay. I'll put that at the bottom.
Guess we'll find out later what that is.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I am done. Yes.
All right, so here we go. This is my final turn for a grain and a fish.
And grain.
And everything that I wanted to do with my grain, I haven't done it yet. Gosh, there's not enough turns in a round.
Yeah.
But
Because you always have to think about food.
yeah.
It's interesting though. If you build the wooden ship, it'll only protect you from 4.
I
But
know.
if you take the fish, it's 6.
It's 6. 6.
Because by going to my
10.
wharf, you owe me 2 also.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna take the fish.
Yeah, take the fish. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like all I've been doing. You know, it's funny because in the previous game that we played, Naveen
I was that one.
felt the way that I
was
feel
just
right
like,
now. I was like, this is great. I'm going to construct all these buildings. And now I feel like I'm the one who's just floating. I'm just treading water here.
I think that's the right move. Like the boat you can get later.
That is the decision I made. Now it is your turn
You
for
must live with it.
iron
Yeah.
and a coin.
Iron and a coin.
A franc.
Frank. All right, I think I'm going to visit your abattoir.
Yep.
Okay.
You're gonna make some meat?
Yeah, so I owe you 2 coins. So
Oh,
there you go.
yes.
You
Thank
get
you.
something. All right, so we are gonna keep 2 cattle so they can breed, and I'm gonna turn over these 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So you
and
get 2
gets me
hides.
2 hides, yep.
There you go. Somebody should build a shipping line so that you can sell hides. Hides sell for 2 francs each.
Working on it.
But if you turn the hides into leather, which is gonna
Happen somewhere.
right? The leather sells for 4 francs. So, anywho, that's that. Are you ready to do this?
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yep. Okay. So let's start with our harvest. I'm gonna get a cattle.
Same.
And there's yours. And I get a grain. And then we have to pay 13. So I have 4. I think I just picked up one of those. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's 10. And just gonna pay 1 meat for the 13. So I didn't have to pay
goes there.
any money this time.
Okay, so I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So another one of those overkills, but it is what it is.
But you did it.
Unfortunately.
No loans.
No loans.
And no new cards come out, except this one does get flipped over. And we have an additional iron ship.
So now this one's worth how many points?
6
points.
instead of 4.
Yeah, they get better.
They get better. So now we are halfway through the game. It has been about, I guess it's been a little bit over an hour. So yeah, it's about right. It's going to be a 2-hour game. So I'm going to go ahead and go first. So 1 wood and 1 fish.
Okay.
And at the end of this round, we have to pay 15.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
More.
so much. 15 food.
More.
And the lowest numbered card here is going to be bought by the town, which is a shipping line. Uh-oh.
That's nice.
Kinda, but you won't be able to build it anymore. I think I'm going to visit your brickworks.
Sure.
Because we basically don't need clay for anything. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go to your brickworks. I have to pay you a food, which I'm just going to give you a coin.
Take it.
And then I'm going to give you, or I'm not giving you, sorry. I'm going to convert all of my clay because nothing costs clay now, right?
Nothing costs clay now. No.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I have to turn in
3 energy.
3 energy, which is unfortunate. Had I had 1 additional clay, then it wouldn't be. I would spend the same amount of energy.
So one coal represents that 3 that you need.
Yes.
And then you flip all those over.
Yeah, I did. And I get 2 coins.
2 coins because you get the rounding down. Unfortunately, there.
Right.
Okay. But the 2 coins you paid me 1 coin, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Thanks. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's me.
So I'm gonna move over. We got fish.
And clay.
And clay.
The thing that we said is not needed.
And I am stripping all that clay. It's actually needed because if I want to go to the brickworks, then I'm going to want to use it.
Yes. You need it to make brick, but you can no longer just use clay.
Yes,
which
that's
makes
exactly
life harder.
That is exactly it. Okay, that's it.
All right, back to me. So it's going to be wood and...
Coin.
Wood and a coin.
Wooden coin.
I think...
Is it wood time for you? I'm just joking. Go ahead.
I think it's wharf time.
Coming over.
Yeah, it's wharf time.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to spend 2 food.
Yeah, 2 food. I'll take a meat.
You know, I will give you well, I have all this money.
You do.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a meat.
Like,
I don't want to take
I have all these
away
points.
from the
Like
So I'm gonna do the wooden ship first.
Very good.
So it costs 5 wood.
It costs 5 wood and
That's
3 energy.
The problem. Can I have the meat back, please?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're saying nay.
I'm saying nay.
So this was.
I'm gonna go to the marketplace.
Oh, okay.
And so I have to give you 1 coin.
1 coin or 2 food?
Yeah, just 1 coin.
Oh, 1 coin. I'll take
and
it.
now I can take 2, 3, 4. 4 different types.
So I'm assuming you want that iron that you
goods.
didn't have.
Yes, I definitely want 1 iron, 1 wood.
1
iron wood, please.
1 wood.
So 1 iron, 1 wood. I'll take a coal.
Coal.
Save me that trip.
Save you a trip, yeah.
And I'll take a meat. Yeah.
You mean a cattle?
Cattle, sorry.
Right? Not meat.
Yes, cattle. That would be cheating. And that's... Oh, and I get to look at the special buildings.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dang
For
it.
once. I get to undo what Naveen did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I will untuck it
undo
away,
it?
but
Okay.
there's still really no way of
Okay.
getting that, which you'll see
Yeah.
when you flip over that card.
yeah.
So
I was nervous that there would... We'll see. We'll talk about it.
All right, that's me. So now it goes to you. So a wood and a clay.
Wood and a clay. So clay and wood. Wow. Look at all that wood.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I'm going to go to my brickworks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm at that same 5 thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted 6, but you went to the marketplace. You cut off my ability to get that extra clay. And I don't want to waste my time just not doing anything. So I'm going to turn all these over.
Okay, how many? You said 6?
It's 5 of them. So I'm going to have to
you did
pay...
the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pay the 1 extra
Yeah,
that we talked about.
3 energy.
And I'll get 2 coins instead of 3. Yep.
Yeah, that's
It is what it
painful.
is, but it happened to both of us. So now I have 5 brick, though. So that's something.
All right. So 1 wood and 8 cattle.
Yeah, all that wood.
I know. It seems strange that I'm not going to be taking it.
Yeah.
Now that you have all that brick, though, and the bank is going to take, or the town is going to take the shipping line, I kind of want to build it.
Oh, you're going to build it?
Build it, yeah.
Nice.
I'm building a building. The shipping line costs 2 wood and 3 brick. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then there's that.
Okay.
This is the one card in the game that allows you to ship your goods. So it's going to give me 10 value. It costs Naveen 2 food to visit. And you have to pay the 3 energy per loaded ship. But this is the menu of items that you can sell. And so as you can see, steel, which is the opposite side of the iron, is the most lucrative at 8 francs. And then it kind of goes down from there. And so if we decide to ship anything, then we'll just kind of talk you through what we sold and how much it costs.
Yep.
But this is going to go in front of me.
Sure.
All right. So now to you.
Okay, yes. So this is my last action here. So we got a fish and a grain.
Yeah.
And gosh. Okay, so I know I have to pay 15 food. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and probably a coin will be 15. So I'm good for this round. So I think I want to go back to my marketplace. So we're going to go back here.
Okay. Oh, you're going to reflip the special building.
What's that? Yeah, I am actually.
Oh.
I'll just do that now. I just know I want to do it now.
Ugh.
So,
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't know if I really did it or not.
yeah. Okay, the 3 items I'm going to take is an iron, a coal, and a cattle.
And a cattle, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's do it. There we go.
Done?
That's me.
All right, so for my last action here, it's an iron and a coin. A franc.
Coin, yep.
Please. I'm going to build a boat.
Boat time, coming over?
It's boat time, yeah. I'm coming over. Oh, I'm over here. So I'm coming over here.
2 food?
And, yes, 2 food.
So now I can take that meat that you were giving me?
I don't want to give you the meat.
2 coins?
I'll give you 2 coins.
Sure.
That's unfortunate, but
Take it.
I don't know. I just don't want to give up the meat.
Sure.
So because I'm only going to be able to build one thing right now, well, yeah, because I can only build the 1 boat, I'm going to build the iron ship, which means I have to modernize this
Putting the brick on,
wharf,
opening up the gates.
The brick on it, and the iron ship costs 4 iron, which I now have the 4th, and my 3 energy. So here's 1 coal to represent the 3 energy.
3 energy, nice.
And so now I have this iron ship. It's going to provide 5 food for me.
5 food.
So I'm just going to put these both here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, that's that. So we have reached the end of the round.
That's it.
We have to do our harvest. So I'm going to get a grain.
1 cattle for me.
And 1 cattle.
What are you doing with all that grain?
I know. Nothing. I'm literally doing nothing with it.
Floating.
Yet.
Until, yeah, you're going to do something big.
We'll see. We shall see.
Yes.
So that's harvest. Now we must pay 15. I have 5 plus 4 is 9. So I have to make up 6. And so I have these 2 meat.
Yep.
To represent the other 6.
Okay, I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 1 coin to be 15.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. And now the town is going to acquire this one, the tannery.
The tannery.
So this is
what we're looking for.
So the tannery looks like this, and this allows you to turn in up to 4 hides to make them into leather. And it also gives you 1 coin per hide done this way. This is a really nice building.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. Because like we were mentioning, if you look at the shipping line, a leather is 4 francs each. So that's nice. And that's that. So we're gonna go ahead and flip this over. And this is an additional iron ship. We are now entering the 9th round. And so it's starting with you.
Okay, cool.
So 1 wood and 1 fish.
Look at all this wood.
I know.
No. I'm looking at all this iron.
Nice. You want to build an iron ship, I see.
Iron.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
since
now,
you opened up the space.
Yeah. A fish and a clay.
Clay and fish.
Now let me see how much grain I have.
Is
Let's
it time?
hold 1 back, maybe.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12. Okay, I'm going to go to my bakehouse and I'm going to turn 6 of my grain into bread. So this is going to require me to turn in 3 energy because it's half. So there's the coal. And it's going to give me 6 bread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It also gets me 3 coins.
I'll give you a 5. You want to give 2 back?
Sure. There you go. And that is it. I have finally done it.
You made some bread.
I made some bread. So that's me. So now it goes to you for a coin and a wood. And the coin.
Coin and a wood. Oh, this fish is leaking over. Okay, I'll do this now. I'm going to move over to the tannery. Doesn't
Oh.
cost me anything. And I'm going to flip all 4 of these over because that's the max you can do, all to their leather side.
Nice.
Gaining 1 coin in addition to that.
So 4 coins each.
Is it a 1 coin?
1 coin each?
I think it's just 1 coin. Oh, is it each? 1. Yeah, per one. Just like the half is like per. Yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that means max 4 times.
Okay, that's right. So I'm
And-
going to get a 5 and put 1 back. And so as a free action, I'm going to spend 6 coins to buy this building from the town.
You're a stinker.
The patisserie. I can't pronounce it.
Patisserie?
Patisserie, yeah.
The weasel.
I know Monique has bread and grain, and she's been hoarding it all game.
Wow.
So,
Hoarding it.
or not hoarding it, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore, do we? Or
no.
do we?
Well-
Let's leave it there for us. We'll leave it for us. This will be
Okay.
the iron will
I'm
be
gonna
the divide.
place
though.
it right there.
So we don't know whose buildings are whose. So I paid the 6. It's going to be worth 6 anyway in the end. So
Yes, if you are curious as to what it does, this is a patisserie, and you can turn in a pair of 1 grain and 1 bread up to 3 times for 5 coins each. So that is a nice money-making thing. Naveen purchased it because he knows I'm going to have to pay an entry fee of 1 food, so I might as well pay it to
I mean,
him.
you're gonna do, and it.
Yes,
My
the
my
money.
6 money is 6 money anyway, so I might as well just take it.
I should have bought that. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so
it.
it's back to me, and that's a wood and a clay.
Look at
He's
all
already
that wood.
Wire brick. I only have 1 brick left. Well, I guess I'll go here and convert some of my cattle. So I'm gonna leave 2 of them behind, and that leaves me 4 of them.
To meat.
So I'm gonna flip them over, turn them into meat, and take 2 hides.
Uh-huh.
So that's cool.
That is cool.
That's that.
You're set up.
I'm set up. So now it goes back to you for a wood and a cattle.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of cattle there.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
that is a lot.
And if you can ship it towards the end of the game, that's worth 12. Yeah, I'll take down the cattle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I will. Okay, cool.
All right, it's back to me. A grain and a fish. So just 1 fish, please.
1 fish. Yes.
Wow, you have so much cattle. You know, I think I'm going to build another ship.
Mhm.
It's still kind of early. What is this, the 9th round? Yeah, we do have some time.
So you're gonna build that wooden ship.
Yeah, I'm going to build a wooden ship. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wood
Okay.
and my 1 coal for the 3 energy.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and build this, and at least it'll provide me some food. Maybe I can kind of chill off the food for the
Yeah.
next few
Plus,
rounds.
it's an extra ship when comes time to ship stuff.
Yes, it
which
does
is
allow me to
nice.
ship additional goods. So that is also nice. So that's it for me. Now it goes back to you for the final turn.
All right. Well, I
So,
was gonna
1 franc.
do that, which is build a ship, but I guess I will not be doing that now. I might build this.
That is nice. That's real nice.
And then if I do that, that would empty this, making this now an eligible building to build.
That's right.
So I'll do it. Yeah, let's go ahead. Where's my token? Here it is.
All right, so Naveen is building, you're gonna go there?
Yeah.
Naveen is building this building, the cokery. It's gonna cost 2 brick and 2 iron. It's 18 value, and it allows you to turn coal onto the traverse side, which is coke, and it also gets you a coin each. But the thing that's nice about the coke is that it's 10 energy,
10 energy.
per coal. So that's really nice. And it also sells for 5 francs each.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Okay,
there's
so
yours.
2 brick and 2 iron, right? We
Yep,
said?
2
Okay,
iron.
There we go. And
Nice.
so now we have the cokery in play. I'll put that there.
Very good. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. And it's
Okay.
worth 18 at the end of the game. So it's
Yeah.
nice. So now this card, because this is emptied, this now is an eligible thing to build. It's
Yeah,
that football stadium.
Put it there, right? Because you're allowed to build it. Yeah, so this is the one exception for the special buildings. All the special buildings are supposed to come out up here. But because this is a building that cannot be bought, you basically place it in place of whatever the emptied building proposal stack was.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So this card can only be built, and it's going to cost 1 wood, 2 brick, and 2 iron, but it's worth 24 points.
Mhm.
So that is significant. All right, that is the end of the round. That is the end of the 9th round. So we're getting close to the end here.
Yeah.
We still have a few rounds left,
Mhm.
so we still have some time to
Some
make some
stuff to
money.
do. Yeah.
But let's go ahead and start with the harvest. So I'm going to take a new grain
1 cattle for me.
and a cattle. So just 1 cattle for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have to pay, we have to feed for 16 this time.
Yes.
So I have 3 ships now. I have 5, 9, 13. So I just have to pay 1 meat to make up the rest of it.
Okay, so I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Uh-oh.
14, 15, 16. It's okay. I'm not mad.
Okay.
I saw an opportunity
Plus.
to get a good building with the resources I had. I didn't want it to get lost. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so then we turn over the top special building, and this is what Naveen planted here.
The guild house.
This is the guild house.
Can't even remember what it was.
So this can only be bought by players, and it costs 8 coins. But until then, the town owns it, and this allows you to not do anything. There's no action associated with it. Whoever does buy this card at the end of the game, the value will increase by 2 coins per that symbol, which I don't remember what it's called. But the base value is only 4 points. It does give you one of each of these symbols, by the way, the construction and the fishing symbol. So that is helpful.
Yep.
But anyway, until then, it belongs to the town.
Yep.
So that's that. We go ahead and flip this over. And now I believe this is our final iron ship.
Final iron ship, yeah,
yes.
I think so.
And we're now entering the 10th round. We're going to have to feed for 17 at the end of this one. And then so starting with me, 1 wood and 1 fish.
Look at all that fish you can feed.
What do we do now? I had some plans. You know what? I'm going to go to the patisserie.
I'll take
it's
the
a
food.
spot that Naveen knew I was going to go to. I'm going to give you a coin in place of the food. And so this lets me turn in a pair of grain and bread up to 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
You take the full 15?
Yes. So it's 3 bread and 3 grain. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to give me 5 coins each for a total of 15. Thank you. And I'm going to spend 8 of this now. So can I have 2 coins back, please? To purchase the guild house.
The guild house, yeah.
Yeah. So this is not bad. I don't think, let's see. I don't have any of the symbols. Oh, I have this.
Yeah, so now it broke
so
even.
it's 6. No, I have to pay 8.
8.
Oh, and it has its
itself,
own.
yeah.
Okay, so
exactly.
4, 5, 6, 7,
so
8.
you've
Okay.
broken even,
So
and now you can work towards it.
Yeah, I just wanted it because it has an extra one of those symbols for when I go places.
Yep, totally.
So,
and when you go to my fishing thing.
Yeah, that's nice. All right. So that's that. Get that back to you.
So clay and fish.
So clay and fish. Wow, there's a lot of wood.
I think I have to go to my marketplace.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Thank you.
Aha.
And I still only have 3 of these symbols here, or just one of these symbols to get 3 total. It's kind of weird how that worked out. Okay, I'll take iron, coal. Can you hand me an iron, please? And a clay.
Nice. There you go. Are you gonna look at the 2 special buildings?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So these should be fresh since we just flipped over one.
Okay, I'll put this one here.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Done?
That's it, yep.
Okay, so now we have a wood and a coin, please.
More wood. This is enough wood to, I don't know, last a lifetime.
I mean, there's still wood chips. The only thing is, yes, it's going to give you more food to feed, but these are not that valuable.
It's only 2 now, yeah.
You really want to do some other stuff. I think I'm going to go here to my colliery. So I get 3 coal
4.
plus 1 additional one because I now have that construction symbol.
2, 3, and your additional 1.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
So coal. So now it goes back to you for a wood and a clay.
Clay, wood. All right. I think I'm going to go visit you over at this place while I have 2 coins. There you go.
Turn your
2
cattle
coins.
into meat.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if I need to do that many. I think I'm going to turn 4 over.
Okay.
Because I would like to ship some of this cattle because they're valuable. So I'm going to turn 4 over. And then I'm going to take 4 hides, please.
4, yes, that's right. 4 hides.
4 hides. And I think I get, just
that's
4
it.
hides.
Here's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Done?
I believe that's it.
All right, so back to me. We have a wood and a cattle. So there's a cattle and more wood for that stack.
Wood.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And I think I'm going to go to the tannery.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and
do it.
So 4 times max. I have exactly 4 hides. I'm going to flip them all over to their leather side.
I'm going to give you 5 if you want to give back 1.
Sure.
It's that same action I took earlier.
There you go.
Nice.
And let me just see. I do have some money, I realize. I could be buying buildings. You know, I'm going to buy the smokehouse because it at least gets me, it's 6 coins.
Okay.
And I'm just basically, translating my money. Like, it doesn't get me more value, but it does get me extra symbols. So if I were to go to like Naveen's marketplace, it'll get me an additional good there. So I'm just going to do that. All right, so that is me. And now it goes back to you for your final turn of the round.
Okay, so I have a couple options here. Let me see how much fish is actually in here.
A lot.
This is getting kind of crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fish.
Yeah. It's a lot of food.
And I have to feed for 17. So I have 8 plus the 9. That's exactly it right there. Yeah, I'm just going to take it down. I'm just going to take all the fish, yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Very good. So now it goes to me for my final turn. We've got
Iron
iron. Oh, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, this is 8 points. No matter what I'm looking at, I think
I mean,
I'm just gonna do
you
this.
saw how much work it was to build a wooden ship that was like 4 or 6 points,
Yeah.
or like other cards.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna take these.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right, that's it. Well,
probably
do I
should
want to
have
buy something with it? I could buy that tannery. Just get all the symbols. Let's see, 5, 10. I'm gonna buy the tannery.
Yeah, I think
It's
I made
12.
I think I made a boo boo here.
12
I
coins.
should have taken the money, not the fish.
I'm buying the tannery, and I'm just gonna put this off to the side here. And that way it just gets me another one of those building symbols for going to the marketplace, really.
That's nice. It doesn't cost me anything to go to the tannery though. That's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. All right, so let's do the underground stuff. Let's have our harvest. I get 1 grain
Cattle for me.
and 1 cattle. Here's yours. There you go. And then we have to pay 17. So I have these 3 ships. It's still the 13. So I have to make up with 4 food. Here's 1 meat and 1 coin. Here you go. And you?
I have 8 plus the 9 that I just earned.
Nice.
That's it.
Very good. So let's go ahead and flip this over. And this is our first steel ship. So steel ships require steel, but it's only 2 steel and 3 energy. And if you want to buy it, though, it costs 30 coins. But these are worth a lot of points. It's 16 points right now, and it does give you a lot of food. And so that is it. You don't have to modernize the wharf anymore because it's been modernized. It's really just steel. And we are now entering the 11th round. We have 4 more rounds, essentially. We have to pay 18 food, and the town is going to absorb the ironworks if nobody builds it. So starting with you, Naveen. 1 wood and 1 fish.
1 wood, 1 fish.
Steel, huh? How do we make... Oh, the steel mill. The steel mill's not even out yet. So if we want to be able to make steel... How much brick do you have?
I have 3.
Well, you're just short 1.
I know.
If you want to build the steel mill.
I'm going to take down the iron.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I will take the iron.
Okay, done?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 plate and 1 fish, please. I think I'm going to go to my colliery here.
Okay.
So 4 coal, please.
4 coal.
Yes. Thank
1,
you.
2, 3, 4. Yeah.
All right. So then it goes back to you for a coin and a wood.
Wood.
That wood is absurd. 3, 4.
How much clay is here? 1, 2, 3. There's 6 clay here. All right, I'll take all the clay.
You take all the clay?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's building material.
I was debating taking the clay.
Oh.
You beat me to it.
I had to.
Wow.
That's me. Yep. Okay. Wood clay.
Wood clay. So I have 2
all
more
that wood.
2 more actions left. I think. Okay, I'm gonna go here to your cokery.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pay you a coin to do this. That's your entry fee. And I'm gonna turn 5 of my coal into coke. So that also gets me 5 coins, please.
There you go.
Thank you. And that's me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good.
All right. So now back to you.
Wooden cattle.
A wooden cattle. Yeah.
Cattle.
Oh yes. There you go.
Okay, so I have 2 actions here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the wharf and build that iron ship finally.
Nice.
So it cost 3 coal energy, or just 3 energy, and 4 iron, correct?
Yes. 4 iron.
Yeah.
This is a 10-point ship.
It's a 10-point ship. It's the most valuable iron ship, so I kind of waited a little bit. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'll just put this here, and I'll put my little bakery thing over here.
Very good.
Yep, that's me.
All right, so back to me.
Mhm.
And we're going to go here for a grain and a fish. We've got
Grain
some
and
grain going on here.
Okay.
You know, since it's my last action of the round, I think I'm going to go shipping.
Okay.
So I'm going to go here, and it's going to cost me 3 energy per loaded ship. I have 3 different ships here that I can load.
Yes.
My iron ship allows me to sell 3 goods, and my wooden ships allow me to sell 2 goods each. That's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goods, which I'm definitely going to sell, which means I have to turn in 9 energy, the 3 per ship. So here are the 3 coal that I'm using to spend as energy.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to sell all of my coke.
Nice.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For how much is that?
5 coke and 2 leather.
So how much money is that total?
If you take a look at my shipping line here, the coke is 5 francs each and leather is 4. So 5 of them at 5 is 25 plus 8, so 33.
33.
Yeah. So here's all.
Very nice.
5 coke and 2 leather.
30. I'll give you 35 if you want to give me 2 back.
Sure.
Very nice. 35 points right there. Or 30.
Oh.
30 what?
Sorry.
33 points, yeah.
There you go.
Amazing.
And there's the coke.
Very nice.
So that's my action. Let me just see if I want to buy.
Oh, I see.
You know what? I think I'm going to turn in all that money for both of these buildings, the ironworks and the steel mill, because I don't want to have to pay anything in order to take iron and turn it into steel.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm losing any money doing this, right?
Sure.
So that's 34 total. So I'm just going to give this you back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should be 35.
Get 1 coin back.
Yeah. So you don't really need to have that much cash on hand.
No, not unless you're like starving. So yeah.
So these are the 2 cards that I got. And they basically work hand in hand. That's why I wanted to take them, because I didn't want to have to pay any of the entry fees. And so the ironworks gets you 3 iron. Plus, you can spend 6 energy to take an additional 1. But then you can go to the steel mill and turn iron into steel, which is really valuable. It does cost 5 energy, though, per iron that you do this for. But steel, if you ship it, shipped for 8 francs each. So
you got a little economy there.
That's nice. I'm just going to put these off to the side over here.
Sure.
All right, that was me for my last turn. So now it goes back to you for an iron and a coin.
Change things up on me a little.
Oh yeah, because now we have the bank that's available. This doesn't give you an action. If whoever takes this at the end of the game gets 16 points base plus 3 points per factory symbol and 2 points per the tall building symbol that you have in front of you. And we also have the town hall, which is very similar to this one, except it's valued at less, but it does increase for more depending on the different building symbols you have in front of you. All right, so then it is back to you for your main action. Last action of the round.
You bought the building I was working towards with all this clay and brick.
Oh, the steel mill?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I seriously didn't.
All those actions leading to that. Okay, I think I'm going to move over to my cokery over here, and I'm going to turn both these coals into coke, and I'm going to get 2 coins in addition to that, and that'll be my last turn.
All right, very good. All right, end of round. So let's do our harvest.
Like a cattle.
Here's your cattle. I get 1 cattle and 1 grain. And then we have to now feed for 18, so it's the same. I think it says 13, right?
Or a
I guess we'll turn
combination.
in 2 meat.
Yeah. Same. I have 13 also with 2 meat coming.
All right. There you go. And now the town is going to take, what is this, 20, this one, the town hall.
Town hall.
So now you can't even build this. You have to buy it for 30 coins. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not worth it then.
All right. And
but the church is out.
Unbuild the church. So the church, that's interesting. This is the church, and it cannot be bought. You have to turn in 5 wood, 3 brick, and an iron to build this. I'm going to give you 26 points, and it allows you to turn in 5 bread and 2 fish for 10. You essentially double that. It's interesting. It's 10 bread and 5 fish. So I like the thematic integration of that. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, it would be nice to just build it for that amount of points. Yeah. Right? And it looks like you just need wood.
All right, so I think that's it.
Yep, that is it. So let's go and flip this over, and this is another steel ship. And now we are entering round 12. Three last rounds, starting with me. So 1 wood and 1 fish, please. That wood. Oh my gosh.
Just building.
I mean, if you turn the wood into...
They're all 1 franc each.
No, what's the opposite side of wood?
Charcoal.
Yeah, you get 2 francs.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to start by going to my colliery. So I get 4 coal. I guess that's my only action.
Okay.
That's me. So now it goes to you.
All right. Since the shipping lane's open, I will go to the shipping lane.
Wait, you have to do all the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you go here and you take a fish and a clay.
Okay.
You're jumping the gun.
Yeah.
All right, so shipping line.
Yeah.
2 food, please.
2 food to you. So I will give you a meat.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I can ship up to 9 goods. 3, 4. I'm sorry. 7 goods. That's what you did also, right? 7.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you have to pay 3 energy per ship.
Yeah. So I have a Coke, so that's going to be a total of 10. So a little bit of wastage there. That's okay. And I'm going to ship all these leather. So here's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go 1. Should I ship the Coke? Coke is how much?
Coke is 5.
5. No, I could use that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So I'm gonna get, how much is this total? So the leather gets you 4 francs each, and I have 4 of those for 16. And then the cattle gives you 3 francs each, and I have 9 total. So it's going to be 25.
25.
Total.
Nice.
So get rid of that leather, all
Nice
that
little
work.
payday.
Yeah, 25. And now with that money,
You gonna buy something?
I think you snatched up all the goods. Okay, I'm gonna go buy this this construction firm over there.
You're gonna buy one of the original buildings.
Yeah. So here's 10. I'll get 2 back.
Nice.
1, 2.
So it cost 8.
Yeah, I get 2 back.
How funny.
It's cute. And then let's see what else I have. Okay, and we'll just leave it like that.
Yep.
Yep.
Done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then goes to me for a wood and a franc. Wood and franc, please.
Franc and wood.
All right.
Is it wood time for you?
No. I think it's cookery time.
Come on over.
So here's a coin for you, and I'm just
I
gonna
should
turn
get more for that.
all of my coal into. Yeah, I think you should get more for that too.
I feel like I should get 2.
So I 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm flipping all over to
For 4
Coke.
coins.
And 4 coins, please.
Can I have $1 back?
Yes. There you go. And
I really do feel like I should get an extra buck or
Yeah?
something. Food
like-
and a coin.
feel like you've been slighted or something.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a nice little building.
I think that's it.
Okay.
So now it is back to you for a wood and a clay.
All right, clay, wood,
Yes.
and I'm gonna join you over at your steel mill, Monique.
Oh yeah.
2 coins.
Yes, please. So
There
you're
you
turning
I'm gonna turn in my coke, which is 10 energy, to
Okay.
turn in 2 iron into 2 steel. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna flip these over now.
Very,
There
very
we go.
nice.
Got
Ugh,
something
you're
working.
blocking the way there. Done?
Yeah.
All right, so it goes to me for cattle and a wood. Okay, so now I have to find some alternate plans. You know, I might as well go here. I've been kind of putting it off. Where's your patisserie? Right there.
Oh, you're gonna go there.
I'm gonna go there and I'll give you a coin.
Coin, I'll take.
And I'm gonna go ahead and turn these in. I've been saving these for a while.
3 and 3 again.
My 3 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 grain, 3 bread.
That's 15
and
total.
that's, 15 coins.
Actually, you have the green over there.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Are you gonna be spending your money?
Well, should I?
I don't know.
I guess I could buy the charcoal kiln. You know what? I'm gonna buy all 3 of these.
Okay.
Just in case I do want to use your marketplace, and also because these cards have the construction symbol.
Mhm.
So it's going to be a total of 18. Here's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Might as well.
Sure.
What else am I doing with my money?
Might
Right?
as well.
Turn it into stuff that can do stuff for you, I guess. So anyway, I'm just going to put these off to the side. We haven't been
Those are
using it.
action spots, Monique. You're
They're action
blocking-
spots.
You're blocking your own action spots. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Very good.
So that's me. Now it goes back to you. So
Last
a grain
turn.
and a fish. Here's your grain. It's a lot of grain.
Yeah, a lot of grain. Okay, so how much do I have to, what's 19 total? So I have 13, 14, 15, 16. So I think I'm going to come back to my little marketplace over here. And I'm going to take definitely coal.
Okay.
I will take an iron, please.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And then the last thing I'm going to take is I think I'm going to take a fish because we have to feed. Well, yeah, I'm going to take a fish. So I'd rather just keep 1 extra buck and do that instead.
All right.
Nothing else gets food, so.
Very good. So now back to me, and there's an iron
And a buck.
and a coin, yeah. How much grain do I have here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much is here?
Quite a
Because
bit.
that's kind of a nice, the patisserie is nice.
It is nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd have 11 total. That's great. Because you can turn that
just go and
into
get 15 bucks.
30 coins, essentially. I'm going to take the grain. And I'm gonna take the grain and just do that for a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yep.
So let's go into our harvest. I take 1 grain and a cattle. And for you?
Cattle.
Cattle for you. There you go. And then we have to pay 19. I did not, that's gonna be expensive. So I still have the 13, right?
Yep.
13 plus 3, so 16.
Mm-hmm.
Plus an additional 3.
3 coins.
Oh no. Here you go. That's 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Just went
I'm
down
gonna
the
do
toilet.
somewhere right now. 13, 16,
Okay.
17 is fish, 18, 19.
Okay. So we both have to
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
points. I
It
guess
is
that
what
wasn't
it
so
is.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we get the top special building.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
It's the zoo.
Oh yeah, the zoo.
How cute. So you can buy it for 8 coins, and it gives you that church symbol and a fishing symbol. And so this, I believe you just go here and it gets you money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a third of your fish and a third of your cattle. And the kicker here is you don't have to turn in the resources.
That's right.
You get to keep them. But so that's that. That's a zoo. And we're going to go ahead and flip this over for another steel ship that's now worth 24 points, which I think you are working your way towards.
I am.
And we are entering the penultimate round, starting with you, Naveen. A wood and a fish. How are you feeling now? 2 more rounds. That's a total of 7
I don't know. You have a lot of cards there. You
each.
turned a lot of your money into points. I got to figure out how I'm going to get more points here. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to go to the brickworks.
Okay.
So I have 6, I think, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Turning them all in.
I have actually 7, so I'm going to turn them all in.
Okay. So you have to turn in 3 energy.
Yeah, that's that coal that I picked up in the last turn.
But you also get 3 coins.
I do get 3 coins, yeah. So I'm going to flip these over. Now I have a ton of brick, and I get 3 coins. So I'll take a 5 and give 2 back.
Very nice.
And then, do I want to buy anything?
7 actions. By the way, once the game ends, everybody gets 1 more action.
That's
and
right.
you can move your action disc to a place that is occupied by another player. The only thing is you have to move. You can't take the same action that your token's on.
That's right.
And you can't build any buildings or sell at that time.
Okay,
You wouldn't want to sell,
You wouldn't,
but
yeah.
you can't buy anymore. All right, so then
That's
it
it.
is to me. So a fish and a clay, please.
Clay and fish. There you go.
I think I'm going to go to my bakehouse. That's definitely something. Well, I'm gonna go to here first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn
Cow
in.
time.
It is
all
cattle
cow
time.
time?
Oh, is it all cattle time?
Done with
1,
the cow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn them all in. So 6 meat and
3 hides.
3 hides.
Cool.
So it now goes to you for a wood and a frank.
Wooden frank, yeah, okay. All right, so since now you have hides, I guess it's kind of forcing my hand. Where is that place to turn it in?
The tannery?
Yes.
Here, sorry.
That
all
doesn't
of my
cost me
stuff
anything,
is-
right?
Nope.
So I'm going to turn all 4 of my hides into leather,
You get 4 coins.
and I get 4 coins for doing that. I'll take a 5, give back a 1.
All right.
That's it.
So back to me, wood and clay.
Yeah.
And last 2 turns for the round. I'm going to have to pay 20 food.
20.
Well, I think it's time to get some iron. So I'm going to go here to my ironworks.
Okay.
And that's going to get me 3 iron. And additionally, I can spend 6 energy, which I will do by spending a coke, to take an additional iron. So that's 4 iron total. And that's me. It is back to you. So back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 1 wood and 1 cattle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, should we just take the wood off the board? This is ridiculous. Can we just write a number there? IOU?
Wood and cattle, wow. Okay, I'm going to take this iron right here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be my turn.
That's what you're gonna do? Take the iron?
Yep.
All right.
You're
So
judging
back to me. No, how does this wanted to make sure you were certain.
Yeah.
Okay, so for my last action of the round, I'm gonna go to the steel mill. And I have 4 iron, and I have to spend 5 energy per iron, which is a total of 20 energy. So I have here 2 coke for 10 each.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn these all into steel. So now I have 4 steel. And that's that. So now it goes to you for an iron and a frank.
Iron and a frank. Okay, here's a frank. And so, okay, I have to feed
We have to feed 20.
20.
Yes, at the end of the round. I think that's the most of that it gets. The last one is also going to be 20, I believe.
I don't like it.
So, and you know all this ahead of time, actually.
Yeah. I'm looking at all this fish. I mean, that could do it, but then that means I have 4 actions afterwards. I need like 1 more action, I think. I think I need a total of 6 actions, not 5
You need
actions.
more. The game is 14 rounds.
Yeah.
This is the long game.
I know.
And he needs another action. You are going to have 1 more.
No, I need 1 more,
Oh, 1 more on
knowing
top
that
of
I
the
have that 1 more,
well,
yeah.
That's asking for a lot.
I know. Dang, I think I might have to take all that fish.
Yeah?
Yeah, dang it. What a terrible situation to be in, but it is what
You
it
have all
is.
that money that you could be spending.
No, it's points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's have our final harvest. And I guess I do still get a grain here. I don't get any more meat though, no cattle, because
I get 1 cattle.
you get 1 cattle. There you go. Because I did all
Offed 'em,
mine. I
yeah.
offed them. And now we have to pay the 20. So I still have 13 with my ship, so I have to pay 7 more. So I'm just gonna turn in a bunch of meat. Yeah, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so you have enough for the next round, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I don't have to rely on another ship.
Yeah, so I have 13, and then here's 7 fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice. Very good.
Ugh.
So we flip this over, and this is a luxury liner. This is the last type of ship that you can build. It does not ship any goods, and it doesn't give you any food, and it cannot be bought. You have to build this with 3 steel and 3 energy, and it's essentially just 34 points. So that's what it does, and it goes right there. So we are now entering the final round. Everything that we've done up to this point is now finally coming to fruition. Maybe, hopefully. It's been quite a long game, but starting with me, and we haven't taken any loans, so we really haven't had to use that interest chit. But 1 wood and 1 fish, please.
1 wood and 1 fish.
Somebody is going to tell us that, are you ridiculous for leaving all that wood here? If we are being blind by not seeing what to do with this wood, let us know. But yes, we have a giant wood hoard.
We have left it to be.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my bakehouse.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, do that thing.
Hold on. It does cost me energy. I do have this one last Coke, so I guess I'll use it. Let's just see how much grain I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to turn 7 of them into bread. Yes, I'm going to turn 7 of them into bread, because bread is still sells for more, just in case I need to sell it. And so that is going to cost me 4 energy. So I'm going to turn in this Coke. And it's going to also get me 3 coins. And all of this will turn into bread. 7 bread, 3 coins.
And 3.
Thank you.
Done?
And that's it. Yep, that's my turn. So now it goes to you. So 1 fish and 1 clay.
1 fish and 1 clay. Okay.
No, that's yours.
Oh, sorry.
Have you been doing that?
No, I have not been.
Oh no.
I just don't want to like.
No wonder you've been short of food.
No. I mean, maybe. I win. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go to your cokery.
My cokery?
Yeah, or not colliery. Sorry.
My colliery.
So
okay.
I get 12 total because I do have one of those symbols.
So you have to give me 2 food.
I do have to give you 2 food. Here you go.
Thank you.
And I get 4 of these.
Nice.
Come
4
to
coal.
me.
You're in the coal game.
I am in the coal game now. Yes.
Done?
That's it.
All right. So 1 wood and 1 coin.
1 coin and 1 wood.
I'm gonna end up giving you your food back.
Cool. I'll take it.
Because I'm gonna go to the patisserie.
Yep.
So that's gonna cost me 1 food to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn in, I think I can only do this max 3 times,
3 times,
right?
yep, for 15.
So 3 bread and
You're taking down the points?
1, 2, 3 green. Yeah, so 15.
Yep. You're not buying anything?
3 and 3. No.
No need to, right?
No need to right now. So there's 15, and that's me. So it goes back to you for 1 wood and 1 clay.
Okay, I'm gonna go build a ship. I'm gonna go to my wharf, and I have enough steel to build that steel ship. I wish I could have done the luxury liner.
Why can't you?
Because it costs 3 steel. I only have 2.
Oh,
and
yeah.
to go convert it costs quite a bit of energy, so it's just a little too much.
Well, this will at least give you some food.
It will give me some food, yes.
Yeah.
So
2 steel and
2
3
steel.
energy.
3 energy, which is that coal that I just picked up in the previous thing.
And it also gets you the ability to ship additional goods.
Additional goods,
Because I'm assuming you're going to try to ship your stuff.
Exactly. So,
right?
yeah, and so I'll be able to ship 2 more goods than before, and we'll talk about that as it goes.
Very nice.
All right.
All right, so here we go. This is 1 wood and 1 cattle.
1 wood.
So the thing that's interesting about the cattle is if you go to sell them, like me, I turned in all of my cattle into meat, which is debatable whether or not I should have done that. Because if you look at the shipping line, cattle is 3 francs, whereas meat is only 2.
Yep.
So you lose out on a little bit of value when you convert your cattle into food. So, all right, I'm going to go to the colliery.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm going to
So
take
you're shipping also?
4 coal, yeah.
Yeah.
You scared me there. I thought you weren't going to move out of that spot. I would have been in trouble.
I had to build, I had to do moves. I had to take actions.
Had to not move there. All right, that's me. So back to you for your final action of this round. One wheat.
Second to last action altogether, right?
Yes, or one grain.
Okay, I'm going to move over to the Kokiri over here, and
Okay.
I'm going to flip over everything here. 1, 2, 3, and also get 3 coins for doing so.
Nice. That is good.
1, 2, and 3. There
Are
we
you
go.
buying anything?
I don't think.
This cannot be bought. And, well, actually, neither of these two can be bought. The only thing you can buy are these 3, or ships. You can always buy ships.
This bank costs 40, but the math I do, I'm figuring at the end of the game it's worth 29 to me, so it's not worth it.
Yeah, you really don't want to lose out on money at this point.
Do you have any cards that give you end game scoring for anything?
Just this one.
Per what kind of building?
The tall, I forgot what it's called. It's like the tall.
The smokestack one?
This one.
Oh, okay. No.
But this is so expensive. It's 40 coins
so
to
it's
buy
the same
that.
situation. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's nothing that I can I should nab.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, that's that turn.
All right, so then it goes to me for my final action. Oh my gosh, iron
Coin and iron.
and a coin. Hey, I just want to let you know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 francs right there.
There are, but shipping is going to be way more valuable.
Right. Well, I'm going to go to the patisserie because that is also more than that anyway.
So food.
And I'm going to do, 1 food to you. So here's your fish back.
Cool.
And I'm going to ship the last 3 grain with 3 bread.
So you get 15 right now?
And I get 15.
So you're just collecting 15 every time. This is not good. This is not good.
I made use of the grain
You
from
did.
the round 1 or 2. The one grain that I had turned into a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. I guess there's really no point. Like, I think we already went over all the cards that you could buy, and there's no point in buying them, I think. So then there's no harvest. Skip that. We just have to go straight to feeding. And I still have the same 13. So I still have to make up 7. And for that, I have these 3 meats. Oops. 3 meats. And you?
So 20, I have the full capacity right here. I have 7 plus 5, that's 12, plus another 8, so 20. I'm getting ships.
Oh, that's very good.
The food.
So that is it. Those are all 14 rounds. I guess I could flip this over and it turns into a luxury liner in case for your final action you'd like to build this. And it's interesting. This one is less valuable than the one before it. It's only worth 30.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. So now in turn order, technically, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to go in turn order, starting with you. You get 1 final action. You must move your token to a different building, and you must pay entry fees, and you cannot buy any more buildings at this point.
Okay, so I'm going to go over...
That's me.
Oh, sorry, that's you. Yeah, I'm going to go over to the shipping line over here, pay 2 food to the owner of it.
Thank you.
There you
Even
go.
though it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, and then I can ship on all these ships. So I'm going to spend 2 of these cokes. I have 20 energy. So I need a total of 12 energy, right? 3 per ship. So a little overkill there. But now I can ship out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goods.
Nice.
So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So
that's 6 cattle.
So
cattle
it's 6
is
kettles.
3 francs
18.
each. That's 18. How many leather?
4 leather.
At 4 each. That's 16.
16.
And then
1 coke for 5.
1 coke for 5. Yeah. So 16 plus 5, 21.
21 plus 18.
21 plus you, so 39.
39. Okay.
Nice.
39.
Better than a luxury liner.
Better than that. So.
That's a nice little last turn cleanup there.
Oh, thank you.
I'm essentially going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to the shipping line, and I have just the 3 ships, still the same 3 ships for a total of 7 goods, but I do have to pay the coal. So 3, 6, 9. I have 3 coal for that.
Okay.
Go. And I'm going to sell, I have 4 steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 for the leather. And then I guess the last coal. Or you know what? Let's sell my last bread just so I can feel like I've used all my grain.
Nice.
So that's going to be 4 steel, and steel is 8 each. So that's 32.
Ooh, wow.
2 leather, which is 4 each. That's another 8. So that's
40.
40. And then a bread at 3. So it's 43.
43. Can I?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow, you have a lot of cash.
7. Yeah, I wish the money came in larger denominations just for the end of game.
Yeah,
stuff.
let me see.
So
how much do you need? 43?
Yeah.
43? There you go.
Thank you.
Wow, we spent all our 5.
All right, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
The game is over.
Yeah,
it took us It took us a long time.
Quite
This
some
is
time,
a long
yeah.
game, like pretty much almost 3 hours to
Yeah.
tell you the truth. By the time you
For
see this,
filming it, yeah.
it's going to be much shorter. But warning, long
Warning.
game is a long game. So let's go into final scoring.
Sure.
And
yeah.
final scoring is fairly simple. It is a lot of adding things together, but it's pretty much going to be the value of all of your ships and buildings at whatever their value is at the cost. All of the money left on hand, and then some of your buildings will have end of game extra points that you'll add to that as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just start with cash on hand, shall we?
Okay.
So let me just count mine real quick.
Okay, in cash, I have 72.
Okay, I have 86, so that's cash only. We still have all these buildings.
Yeah, but you
So-
have more buildings out.
Let's count our building. Oh, let's do our ships first.
Sure.
Right, because just to separate them, I just have these 3, and it's 12.
Okay.
12 total in value.
I have 10, 20, 44.
Wow. 44 in ships alone?
Yeah, just in ships.
Jeez. And then finally, our buildings. So just add up the values of the buildings, and we'll do the end game buildings last. Okay, go ahead.
In buildings, I had 76.
Okay, I have 124.
Oh.
Those are the buildings.
That's buildings with endgame stuff?
No,
Oh.
just the buildings.
Yeesh.
I have one, and it's the guild house. It says at the end of the game, it has a base value of 4, but the value will increase by 2 coins per tall building. So right now it has one on its own
So
card.
that's 6 right
So
there.
it's 6 right there. Let me just see if I have any more. I have one more.
Okay,
So 8.
Yeah, I think you bought it for 8, right?
Yeah, I bought it for 8, so I just broke even with that one essentially. Well, actually, oh, then you know what? I didn't calculate that properly. I already counted the 4 as part of the 124.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really just an additional 4.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
additional 4 more points. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. That
So
makes sense.
you're also supposed to lose, I believe it's 7 points per loan, but we don't have to worry about that.
No
I have
loans.
domestic loans,
No.
so I'm just gonna do a little bit of math and then I'll get back to you. All right, so these scores are in. It is Naveen with 192 to Monique with 226. That is it.
Monique.
That's Lahav. It's a long game, Lahav.
Your bakery thing, that bakery churn thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was good.
Well, the thing that was nice about that, the thing that was extra nice about that is you didn't compete with me against it. So the timing of
know.
it really didn't matter. That feeling of safety, knowing that you most likely weren't going to go to that spot, let
Yeah.
me just kind of figure out when I wanted to take it.
So I felt that way about brick because I had all that clay, and look at all this brick that never got spent.
Yeah, why didn't you spend it?
You know, I misread some of those buildings there. That bank, I really wanted that bank, and I misread what it needed. It needed steel, not iron. So remember in the second to last round, I picked up iron. Yeah, that was not what it needed. It needed steel. So then it would have been a whole other process. You take the iron, you
The
go to your
buildings
building.
at the very end of the columns always require those higher resources, which are tough to get because it's a multi-step process.
Yes, and
rather than
so
just collecting.
so that was technically 2 wasted actions. One, to convert all that clay into brick, which means I wasted a coal, which could have been used for something totally different, and then not having that, and then wasting that brick, and then picking up iron to then not even be able to use it to go buy the building.
That is the thing about the game, because each turn you're only choosing between activating a building's action or taking one type of resource, just one. And it's got to be the one resource that you need, that can be useful to you, but you're also trying to figure out the timing as to how much of a resource you want to collect on there before you can take it.
Yeah.
We also don't want to wait too long because your opponents can take it. So that's the thing that's kind of hard.
Yeah, for how many actions you get, I mean, it's like 14 times 3.5 technically, plus
It's
1. So almost 50 actions, I think. I think that comes up to 50 actions.
I think 49, right? Because every other round
49
you take 7.
plus the 1 at the
turns.
very end.
Oh, yeah, plus the 1. Yeah,
so you
you're
get
right.
50 actions, and 2 actions that you make a boo-boo on could be a huge part of the game.
Yeah, because it's a big efficiency game.
Yeah.
And so if you waste a couple of actions doing something else, those are actions that you could have used.
They're just dead actions, yeah.
Resources that you could have shipped, or just something to build a ship. You know, there's a lot. It's really intricate like that.
It is,
the decision space.
Yeah,
right?
and then when you feel comfortable buying a card like what you did, you take it. You know, as long as you know that you don't need the money to feed, which is kind of brutal if you're taking money to feed all the time.
Yes.
You definitely don't want to do that.
Don't wanna do
Ships
that.
are very, very important in this game.
Especially because your resources are going to be worth nothing at the end of the game anyway, so you might as well convert the cattle into the meat and then turn them in. Or fish, you know, you can do the fish for
I feel like the
smoked
fish is like an early game thing, and then you
Yeah.
definitely want the cattle, the big ones.
I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about this in more detail here. So this is Uwe Rosenberg's second big classic title, right? Because this came off the heels of Agricola, which had come out, the year before.
Yeah.
And this does not have the same theme, right? He moved to a different theme. It's no longer worker placement per se. It kind of is.
It kind of is.
Yeah, there's one worker that is going around to the different buildings,
Yeah.
but it is primarily a card game.
Components wise, the same. The discs.
The discs. But through and through, this is a very different game, very different feel. It's pretty much like night and day. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts in general? And then let's talk about the theme and all that.
Yeah, first time I played it, I wasn't a big fan of it. Not that I wasn't a big fan of it. I did not see what I needed to do to be successful in the game.
Right.
And even though I lost today, I feel like I've played better. So yeah, this is definitely a game that if you play with an experienced player, they are probably gonna outpace you for sure.
Well, because you play with the same base cards every time, and so after the first time you play it, we're like, okay, so we know that those cards exist. You know that they're gonna have cards that allow you to convert these things into these things.
And you're gonna know by this point in the game, steel is gonna be important. By this point in the game, clay is not so much. It's now brick. And so your first time playing, if you play against an experienced player, they're gonna know. They're gonna know, okay, hey, by round 7, maybe we don't collect this wood right now because all these wood chips are not needed as much. Or when is it time to convert certain types of resources to another type? When is it time to go ship? You know, that was something that Monique, you learned.
Or no, for me it was when is the time to when is the time to start shipping your goods and making money? Because the first couple of times that we played it, I had only done it once. I did it like at the very end, and then I realized, you still feel that pressure towards the very end of the game to continue to build buildings.
Yes.
But it's so much harder to build buildings by the end because you're going to have these multi-step resources that you need to acquire, like the brick and the steel and all that. Or you can just ship your resources for the same amount of points or even more if you have several ships that you can fill. So that's when I realized, I think we need to start shipping earlier.
Yeah.
I want to try to ship as soon as I can. And even in this game, I wasn't shipping until I think that was like the 11th round or something, 10th or 11th round.
Yeah, something
like that. It's really kind of hard to do before that.
But you bought a couple big cards that I was grinding and building towards. Like I got the brick to then get the steel, and then you went, or to get the iron, and then you went and bought that ironworks or the steel mill, and I was like, what am I going to now do with these resources to then, okay, there's other buildings that still require these resources, but that wasn't plan A, hence there's like missed opportunities and different things. So
that's the thing that's interesting. All of this game is a big economic game. It's resource management, yes, but you're exchanging all of your resources to try to gain money at the end of the game. That's what matters. You just need as much money as you can get. And so you're really you're kind of playing that game of when people are like, okay, I'll trade a needle for
a paperclip,
or for the paperclip to you keep on trading up. That's kind of the feel of the game. You want to keep on making money. You never want to lose it. And so there are going to be times when you have a lot of cash on hand. Cash on hand doesn't really do much for you in game. So if you spend it to gain more value by buying a card that gives you a benefit or that your opponents will have to pay you to use, that's better. And in addition, those buildings also have those symbols on them, so they also make some of the other end game cards more lucrative if you acquire them. Yeah,
and that's kind of what the bank is a really nice card if you can get it, because a lot of these cards, all the cards basically have those different symbols on it, and the bank is a very specific card that has a good value. If you can build it, though, buying the bank is never going to be something that you're going to want to do unless you have a ton of cards that make it worthwhile. But
most likely not. So it's interesting. I think that this is, I was with you. The very first time we played the short game. And I remember about halfway through, we were like, I don't really see what's too special about it. And then we played the long game. And we finished the long game, and then we were like, this is a really good game. It's different. This has a very older, classic Euro-y feel without it feeling like Agricola. It's weird. Right?
Very different, yeah.
This is a card game. This is something that he was able to make a heavier economic resource management game out of just cards. And I think that's what's so amazing. Yes, you have lots of different resources, but the main mechanics are going to be built into these cards.
Yeah, it's really cool how the mechanisms are basically, you only start with pick up resources at the beginning or build a building.
Yeah.
And then as you build a building, that then opens up different worker placement spots.
Yes.
I think it's cool that there's a fee if you want to use somebody else's building, if they've constructed it, and vice versa. And I think that's a really, really cool aspect of the game. That's probably my favorite part of the game.
And going back to what you were saying, I also think it's really interesting how simple the game is.
Very simple,
it's just, you have just two options. You either take resources or you take the action of a card. And early on, a lot of your decision space is going to be focused on, oh my gosh, how am I going to feed, right? Like the first few rounds, you're trying to figure out how to develop a feeding engine. And so whether that be in the form of the ships, and so you have to acquire a lot of resources to build ships, and somebody has to build a wharf before you can even build a ship, or if you're going to try to get a lot of fish, that definitely fills a lot of the early game headspace. But as you continue to play the game and more buildings come out, that decision space becomes more and more complex. And that is really cool.
Yes, at the very beginning, you just kind of want to keep your head afloat. You basically don't want to take those loans. Like, you know, there's ways to mitigate it. You know, there's always some way that you can always pay in coins or get the food somehow. But paying the coins just feels so bad, especially at the beginning.
Spending your points.
Like, I know I
just
need
want to
these
spend
things.
Food.
Yeah, you want to spend the expendable food.
Yes.
And so, that part is cool. I do find that the ships are a very, very nice piece of the game for me. I really enjoy the fact that as they come out, they get progressively more valuable.
Yeah, the ships are really interesting.
So it's like early on, if you get a ship, it's less value in terms of end game scoring. But you also have that clear like headspace of like, well, at least this ship early on is taking care of 4 food every time.
Yes, totally.
But if you wait a little later and build the ship, it's like, well, it's more valuable technically at the end game scoring. So I think that's cool that they do that.
Speaking on theme, I do like that Uwe Rosenberg went from farming and kind of pivoted to a different
He still has
sort
some
of agriculture.
farming in there,
Yeah, you're still exchanging
commerce.
goods, but it is very functional with the mechanics. I think the mechanics and the theme really go well together in this case because you are just trading these resources throughout the game. In terms of player count, we have played this at 2 and at 3, and it is really long. Okay, the long game is really long.
It is long,
This specific play of it was probably closer to 3 hours. When we played it not on camera, it was 2. It really is 2 minimum for a 2-player game. So you're definitely scaling that higher and higher if the more players you add. I personally didn't really get too much more from a 3-player game that we don't get from a 2-player game.
Yeah, it's just the 7 actions. So in a 3-player game, it's like one person's going to go 3 times, and then 2 of you are going to only go twice. And I feel like you have to feed every round though, and it just doesn't feel as nice, I guess. You know, like in terms of like that feeling of like, well, one of my actions is going to be just making sure the feeding is taken care of.
You do feed less. I believe, that's dependent on the player count. You definitely feed fewer. And this does play up to 5. I was just peeking at the cards right now. That's a lot of people playing this game.
I don't get... In 5, it's like you only take 1 action.
Gosh.
And 2 people are going to take 2 actions.
That would probably be awful. Can you imagine having to wait that long to get back to your turn?
No. Yeah, I think 2 players is the only way, and I think that's common. I think I've heard that from other people before in the past that like 2 players is the sweet spot for it. 3 is okay, and that's exactly what I feel about it.
And also between the short and the long game, what do you think?
Yeah, okay. So at first I was like, why not the short game? You know, like that just basic idea of just going and picking up stuff, but the special buildings are not part of the short game.
Are really where it's at.
Yeah, and it's a really nice thing.
They are really cool. You know, they add some spice and just some other ways of turning in your goods that are not to be expected. Because the more you play this game, the more familiar you'll be with the basic cards that come out. There's a huge stack of special buildings that come with the game, and you only play with 6.
Yeah, 6.
So that's a lot of variability.
Yeah, and they are going to come out. They do come out the game, and I like the fact that the game forces certain buildings to get moved along.
Yeah,
because the town
purchases the buildings.
Yeah, creates them. Because you can't expect the players just to build them all, because then you're just kind of doing different resource kind of conversions for buildings that are suboptimal, I guess. What's nice is it then exposes better quality buildings, and then you can kind of go out and get those. But those special buildings, those are really, really nice. It's good to vary it up. I think that bakery card,
the patisserie,
I think it was, it has the anchor. It's a special building.
So that was the card of the game.
Yeah, early on you went, you're like, I'm gonna go grain, but she had no idea that this card was in there. So when this showed up, it was like, oh, this is gonna work for you. I know you were eyeing this super early on.
Yeah.
Too.
So Naveen
I
built
failed.
it knowing that I was going to go there. You gained so much food out of
Just
that
one
thing.
food. Yeah, it wasn't that good. It wasn't worth 15 points, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so special
That's
cards
special
come in
building.
and it changes kind of, that's the variability in the game.
Yeah,
you know?
it changes how you can strategize.
Yeah.
I think they're big. They do play a big role in my enjoyment of the game, definitely.
Yeah,
So
totally.
if I'm gonna pull out a game like this, and it's especially if we're playing it at 2, I would just go the extra hour and just do the long game, right?
Yeah, I think the rule book says the short game for 2 players is 45, and the long game for 2 players is 2 hours, and that's about right.
And in the long game, you also just get the sense that you're really building up something, right? Like you start with nothing, and then by the end of it, you have this entire thing of hopefully a mini engine that you've created.
There's some satisfaction in that, knowing that like you went from 1 coal and a player piece, and then you kind of built up this empire.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is Le Havre. In general, my ending thoughts here are that I think the game is really, really cool. My enjoyment of it has increased by a lot since the first time we played it. It is still not my favorite Uwe Rosenberg game, but it is one that I like definitely enough to keep it on a shelf, which is saying a lot because we tend to cull games often. But I really do think that this is such a cool game. He took a bunch of cards and turned it into a basically game of increasing your value. Like how can you
level up?
How can you level up the entire for 14 rounds, right?
Yep.
How about you?
Yeah, same thing. I think we share the same sentiments, and we talked about that even leading into this playthrough. But even this play now solidified it even more in my brain that like, yeah, this is a really, really good game.
Yeah.
And I think it is only for 2 players for me now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You went strictly to 2.
Just you and me. I got to beat you at one point.
Oh, okay. So anyway, if you've played Le Havre before, please let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And thank you so much for joining us. I think the next game in the series, I believe, is at the Gates of Loyang. It's either that or Mercator.
I don't know.
I don't remember which came first, but my gut is telling me it's at the Gates of Loyang.
Okay.
So we'll see what it is, and hopefully we'll be able to put it out in a couple weeks.
Well, thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to follow us along on more of these Uwe Rosenberg games or any of our other videos that we've put out, consider subscribing.
Thank you. Bye.